Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. It is Matchday Live, Arsenal versus Leicester City from the Emirates Stadium. Of course, second weekend of the season, our second game. Can we maintain a 100% start to the season against a Leicester team in a little bit of disarray, maybe off the pitch? No new signings for them this summer. So we start favourites, but can we win the game? Stay with us and find out the other side of this. So it's Matchday Live. I say Arsenal versus Leicester. Big game this afternoon. There has been an earlier game already. Aston Villa did beat Everton 2-1. That's their first win of the season for Aston Villa. Of course, Everton have now lost both their opening two games. So they've got a lot of work to do, haven't they, this season, you feel? Right, we've got the team news in for you. So this is how the teams line up today. So for Arsenal, there's no changes from last Friday at Crystal Palace, probably as expected. So it's Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Back four, Ben White at right back, William Saliba, Gabriel and Alexander Zinchenko at left back. The three in midfield, Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka with Martin Ødegaard. And then the front three is Bukayo Saka on the right, Gabriel Martinelli on the left, and of course Gabriel Jesus through the centre. Of course, he didn't have a bad game, did he, at the Emirates, in the Emirates Cup a couple of weeks ago? Can he repeat that today? For Leicester, this is how they line up. It's Danny Ward in goal. They've got a back three of Wesley Fofana, Johnny Evans and Daniel Amati. Then five across midfield, Timothy Castagna, Yuri Tielemans, of course, could be back at the Emirates very soon. Wilfred Ndidi, Keenan Dewsbury Hall and Justin James, sort of wing backs with Castagna and James. And then they've got Maddison, will be just behind, of course, Jamie Vardy, our nemesis, as has been the case a few times in the past, hasn't it? On the bench then for Arsenal, Matt Turner, Kieran Tierney, Rob Holding. Good to see Takahiro Tomiyasu on the bench as well. Sambi Lokonga, Mohamed El Neni, Emil Smith-Rowe as well is back on the bench. Nicolas Pepe and Eddie Nketiah. On the bench then for Leicester, Daniel Everson, the goalkeeper. It's Kaglar Soyuncu, Nemplas Mendy, Luke Thomas, Mark Albright and Dennis Pratt. Iose Perez, Kelechi Iheanacho and Patson Dakar. So they are your teams for this game today at the Emirates Stadium. Of course, Arsenal could go top of the league, couldn't they? We've got a comment in there from Obvious Mondunda. What a great name, by the way. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And Derek says there, hoping for another top performance. Yeah, no, exactly. Hoping for another top performance. That's exactly what we want today. To be honest with you, the 3 points will do. And that's the most important thing. But it'd be nice to see a really good performance at home. Looks like a really big crowd, obviously, a sellout. Really lively atmosphere there's going to be. We've got a few of our guys are at the ground today, Melvin and Steve. They will be sharing some videos which I'll put together on the channel at some point either tonight or tomorrow. So that's going to be good. Get a little bit of the atmosphere from the first home game of the season. So a lot to look forward to today. Leicester, of course, as we know, we spoke about it on the channel, didn't we, when we had our Leicester fan Chris on last night. What a poor record they've got away at Arsenal. One win since 1973, I think it is. So, and that was, of course, a couple of years ago, wasn't it, if you remember, in the COVID season when Jamie Vardy, of course, scored the goal sort of towards the end of that game. So they've got a poor record here. But this is a new season. I'm not really sure really how Leicester feel. It seems as though they seem to be happy this year, maybe just looking after the business side of things and not necessarily looking at improving their squad. But they've got a very good team. It's a settled team. Of course, we're going to see Wesley Fofana against his mate William Saliba. They know each other very well, those two, don't they? So that's going to be an interesting kind of side show for the game as well. It's going to be interesting to see how Saliba copes with Jamie Vardy because, of course, Jamie Vardy has caused, as we said, a lot of problems in the past. He scored a lot of goals against us, and he is going to be the big threat. And of course, James Maddison, who last summer there were talk, wasn't there, that he may be coming to Arsenal. It didn't quite work out that way, did it, in the end? He had a great season. He was their top scorer last season, actually. He scored more than Jamie Vardy. He did suffer a few injuries. He's getting on a bit now, isn't he, Vardy? So is he reaching maybe towards the end of his fantastic career that he's had? Let's hope today He doesn't add to his goals that he scored against us. Of course, last season's game here, which was in February time, we finished in a 2-0 victory, didn't it, for Arsenal? Thomas Partey and a Lacazette penalty gave us the 3 points. And of course, we got the double over Leicester last season, didn't we? Because we did win 2-0 away at the King Power as well. Gabriel and Emil Smith-Rowe got the goals on that occasion. Smith-Rowe, of course, is on the bench today, back fit again. And Sean says there, Saliba needs to keep Vardy quiet. Yes, he does. Saliba does need to keep Vardy quiet. And I'm sure he'll be able to. It's going to be an interesting battle between those. I'm looking forward to that, actually, to see how that pans out over the course of the next 90 minutes or so. That's going to be an interesting battle. There's a few interesting battles throughout, isn't there? Ndidi, Thomas Partey in midfield could be a key battle. And Tielemans as well. It's going to be... I'll be really interested to see, should Tielemans score, and hopefully he doesn't, but if he scores, I'll be really interested to see if he does celebrate, bearing in mind this transfer talk that's going on. It seems like there could be a chance for Arsenal to get this deal done and get the Belgium and into the Emirates. It'd be a good signing for us, wouldn't he? You can't get too many quality players, especially in midfield area, which I still think we're a little bit short in terms of depth. So getting another body in there and Tielemans would be a great signing, wouldn't he? So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs today, whether or not he's going to feel that pressure, knowing that there's this transfer speculation around him. He's basically said he doesn't want to sign a contract. He wants to leave and he would love to come to Arsenal. So we need to do what we can to get this deal done, don't we? That's going to be the main thing. But it's going to be over the next couple of weeks or so. Maybe our people can speak to his people today, maybe while they're there. So we'll see what happens with that one. But it's going to be interesting to see how he performs today as well. We know what quality he's got, so that's going to be interesting as well. And yeah, I mean, let's see what Jesus does. His Premier League debut at the Emirates. He did score a hat-trick, didn't he? His last appearance here a couple of weeks ago in the Emirates Cup. So let's see if he can repeat that today. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter who scores the goals, does it? We need to win this game, continue our great start to the season that we've had. And hopefully we can, maintain this good start. We've got a favourable run of games, shall we say. Obviously, you can't take anything for granted in the Premier League. We know how difficult the games are. So we certainly can't take it for granted that we're going to go on and win the next 3 or 4 games. But certainly, potentially, you have to say that there are games there to be won for us, aren't they? Let's be honest. And if we perform anywhere near that we did in the first 25 minutes or so last week at Crystal Palace, we should win this game today and keep that momentum going. And that's important in football, isn't it? Half the time, that's what it's about, confidence and momentum. And we've got that with us at the moment. We've had a good pre-season. We started well with a good win. And we need to push that on today against a Leicester team that will be difficult to beat. I say they've got a very settled team. They seem to be playing a 3 at the back as well today, changing their formation slightly, maybe to counter the threat of Gabriel Jesus, Saka, and of course Martinelli. What a front 3 that is, actually. You have to say that we've had problems scoring enough goals, haven't we, over the last couple of years? But now with this front 3, if they can stay fit, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli, what a front 3 that is. There won't be many. There isn't many front 3s in the Premier League better than that, is there? I know Tottenham seem to think they've got the best front 3, but our front 3 is pretty solid and pretty good, pretty exciting. We've got pace, we've got quality, and it's got goals in it as well. We know Jesus is going to score. Saka was our top scorer last season. Martinelli needs to add a few more goals to his game, doesn't he? I don't think there's any doubt about that, but he did score last week. He's our top scorer this season with one, of course. It was a known goal as well, wasn't it, last week? So, it's going to be an exciting season, seeing how those front 3 really develop through the season. But there's goals in this team. And with Saliba at the back now, we look as though we've got a good base as well. So things are looking good. I just still feel as though the squad depth is the problem. I think that we're still lacking. If we get 2 or 3 injuries, as we did in the second half of last season, then I think we're going to find it a lot more difficult to maintain the level of performance that we've been showing. That's my concern, so especially in midfield. But as we say, Tielemans, maybe he's going to be the guy. Maybe we can get that deal done in the next couple of weeks, and I think that will be a great signing for us. I think we could do maybe a couple more as well. I would like to see another attacking player brought in. I know we've got Fabio Vieira still to come back in because he's obviously injured at the moment, and he can sort of play in Saka's position and can probably play Martinelli's position as well, if we're totally honest. So we will have options there, but I'd still like to see maybe one more forward player brought in, especially as Nicolas Pepe doesn't seem as though he's got much future at the club. He is on the bench today. but he's not really getting any game time, is he? And I'm sure he may well be out the door. So we do need maybe a replacement for him as well. So, you know, we've maybe still got a little bit of work to do in the transfer window, but we've got to be pretty excited, haven't we, about this starting 11. Certainly this starting 11 today. Zinchenko's kept his place at left back. I think that's a good decision because he played well last week. And although Kieran Tierney is now fit, is he ready to start playing 90 minutes? Maybe not. And it might be a good idea to, again, give him some game time in the second half if the game allows it to. Bearing in mind there's 5 subs now, isn't there? And it is a very, very hot day. I've been playing football this morning, our first game of the season for my team. We did lose, unfortunately, 1-0, but it was a decent game, but very, very hot. And that was this morning. So I can only imagine how hot it's going to be in London at this time as we approach the kickoff. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game, tough conditions. And I say 5 subs may well all be used today for both teams, I think, because I think that's what's going to be needed because it is going to be a very warm day. And, of course, the water breaks and all that kind of stuff as well. The teams now are in a tunnel ready to come out. Of course, Martin Ødegaard, Arsenal's new captain. He was quiet last week at Palace, wasn't he? We all saw that. We all know how quiet he was. But, you know, it's one game, isn't it? Let's not get too carried away by the fact that he didn't have his greatest game. I'm sure he will be up for this game today and at the Emirates. And hopefully he can produce a good performance. Leicester are all in blue, being led out by their captain, of course, Johnny Evans, very, very experienced player, of course, Northern Ireland international. So he's been at Leicester for a long time, hasn't he? He's going to be key to them at the back, isn't he, to try to keep Jesus quiet for us. We are now getting ready the players are now ready to come out onto the pitch for this game. The 2 goalkeepers there have a little embrace, Aaron Ramsdale and Danny Ward. Danny Ward, of course, Welsh international, coming in now. Obviously, Peter Schmeichel's gone. Sorry, not Peter Schmeichel, Kasper Schmeichel's gone. And he's got his big opportunity. He's been at Leicester a while. Now he's got his opportunity to play. Now we are coming out now. The 2 Ghanaians there, just Amati and Thomas Partey there with a little handshake in the tunnel as they come out into their Emirates sunshine in North London this afternoon. Arsenal in their home kit, of course, the new home kit, red shirts, white shorts, with white sleeves, obviously white shorts and red socks with the white collar. I'm not a big fan of the collar, I've got to be honest, but it is quite a smart kit. Adidas have come up trumps again, haven't they, with our 3 kits this year. And Leicester, I say, are all in their traditional dark blue with white trim. They've also got an Adidas kit as well, actually, which is rather smart. The team's now just going through the pre-match handshakes before we get going. There's a nice little flag behind the goal at the clock end saying the famous Arsenal. Indeed, we are the famous Arsenal. Let's try and put in a famous Arsenal performance today and get the 3 points. So they've just got they're putting the teams up now. So it's Aaron Ramsdale in goal for Arsenal, Ben White right back, William Saliba, Gabriel in the centre, Zinchenko at left back. Then it's Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka and Martin Ødegaard, the 3 across midfield. Martin Ødegaard maybe on the right, Granit Xhaka more over the left, Thomas Partey in the centre, and then Bukayo Saka on the right of the front 3, Gabriel Martinelli on the left, and of course Gabriel Jesus. So we've all our Gabriels are in the team. For Leicester, then it's Danny Ward in goal. Their back 3 is Wesley Fofana, Johnny Evans, the captain, and Daniel Amati. Timothy Castagna, Yuri Tielemans, Wilfred Ndidi, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, and James Justin across midfield, and then James Maddison and Jamie Vardy up front. So very, very familiar players, aren't they? This Leicester team. They've been together for a long, long time. And you know, it's a team that we know a lot about, but it's all about Arsenal's performance day, isn't it? Gabriel Jesus on his Premier League home debut had a good game last week at Palace. Didn't get himself the goal that everyone was hoping for, but I'm sure today he's going to be hungry to get off the mark, isn't he? Get his first Premier League goal for Arsenal, and that'll be great to see that moment, won't it? Arsenal just doing a little huddle now on the pitch before the kickoff. Granit Xhaka seems to be leading it, actually, even though, of course, we know that it's Martin Ødegaard that's the captain. Leicester are just doing a lot of handshakes. Yuri Tielemans is the centre of attention, the number 8 for Leicester. Getting a good, he's actually applauding the Arsenal. Is it the Leicester fans maybe in that corner? He was applauding the fans there. I'm sure he's going to be keen to put in a good performance today, isn't he, the Belgium international, as he looks to maybe try and impress his new or potentially new fans as well as his current fans as well. And Wesley Fofana, of course, lining up after his serious injury last season. He's back. A great future ahead of him. So good mates with, of course, William Saliba for Arsenal. So let's see. We've got the huddle. Granit Xhaka's leading the huddle. He's the captain of this team. Martin Odegaard wears the armband, but Granit Xhaka is the captain. I don't think there's much doubt about that. And he led the huddle there as we get prepared for the kickoff here, saying a very, very hot and sunny north London. Mikel Arteta sitting on that seat. I'm sure he hasn't got the heater on. It's a heated seat there. I'm sure he hasn't got the heater on today, so he doesn't need it. It's a very, very hot afternoon for Premier League football, but we are just about to get off and underway. Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in this first half. The clock end, I say, in the red shirts with the white sleeves. There's a great atmosphere at the Emirates now. Crowd really getting behind the team as we prepare for the kickoff. The first game at the Emirates this season. It is Arsenal versus Leicester, the Gunners against the Foxes. Let's see what this brings. Hopefully another 3 points for Arsenal. It's going to be Leicester at the kickoff. Jamie Vardy will be taking kickoff for Leicester. We'll be attacking. They are attacking the goal to our left, all in blue. And we are off and underway at the Emirates. Jamie Vardy plays it back to Johnny Evans, plays a long ball up that far side. And it's the first header there, won by Zinchenko. And it's now gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which the Ukrainian is going to take. He throws it back to Gabriel. That's the Gabriel, the defender Gabriel. There's so many Gabriels in this team. Gabriel gets it back off Saliba. And he just plays it back again to goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, all in yellow. The Arsenal goalkeeper today. The referee is Darren England. That's a long kick from Ramsdale up this near side, looking for Bukayo Saka up against Daniel Amati. But Amati does win that particular battle, clears the ball away. And it has now gone out for an Arsenal throw midway inside the Leicester half on this near side. Martin Odegaard is going to take it. He finds Gabriel, a nice touch on his chest. Gabriel Jesus, that was, sorry. Leicester do clear it away there with Fofana again. Thomas Partey's little header inside, looking for Xhaka. That's a good ball to Gabriel Martinelli. Does well there, gets away from his man. Martin Odegaard plays the ball up to that far side. I think it's going to run out, is it? Yes, it is. Slightly overhit there in front of those Leicester fans. Granit Xhaka couldn't quite keep it in, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Leicester. We've played 1 minute and 20 seconds. Terry's in the chat. How you doing, Terry? Good to see you, mate. He says, good afternoon. Rich and all in the chat. Yep, come on, you Gunners, indeed. It's been a pretty good start from Arsenal, the first minute or so. That ball there from Martin Odegaard, just slightly overhit, though. It is a goal kick to Leicester, which goalkeeper Danny Ward will take. We've played 1 minute and a half. Danny Ward's goal kick there up that far side into the Arsenal half. Thomas Partey wins that header. He did score, of course, in this fixture last season, one of only 2 goals for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus now looking to try and get him behind Johnny Evans. He's done well, Gabriel Jesus. The ball just ran away from him there. He put Johnny Evans under real pressure there when it looked as though the Leicester captain was going to be able to clear the ball away. Great work there from Jesus. But the ball just ran away from him there. And it's gone out for another goal kick to Leicester. 2 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Leicester 0. It's been a decent start from Arsenal, this. Leicester haven't really got into our half of the pitch yet. We're pressing them early and high up, as we did, of course, against Crystal Palace in the early stages last week. We did get ourselves a goal in the first 20 minutes, didn't we? Let's see if we can do the same again. That was a good header there from Granit Xhaka, but Leicester do win that second ball. Now it's James Maddison, tries to thread the ball through to Jamie Vardy, but it was overhit, and it's run all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale, who comfortably gets the ball, rolls it out to William Saliba. That's nice play from the Frenchman, finds Gabriel. The defender, Gabriel, number 6, plays the ball up this near side, but it's not a great ball, actually easily cut out there by Wesley Fofana. No, sorry, by James Justin. Plays the ball inside to Yuri Tielemans. That's his first touch at the Emirates. He could find himself with a few more touches at the Emirates this season, couldn't he? If the rumours are to be believed. Fofana this time finds the ball up the line to Dewsbury Hall. That's a good ball, actually. James Justin's going to chase this, but Aaron Ramsdale's out of his area and kicks the ball long up this near side. Saka flicks it on, but Ndidi completes the clearance for Leicester. William Saliba was underneath that, and Saliba's going to get there again. In fact, he lets it run all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale. We've played nearly 3.5 minutes here at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 0, Leicester 0. The game hasn't really got a lot of pattern yet. It's still... Arsenal have been the better team, if you could say that so far. They've had more possession, but there's been no chances at either end. And Leicester now have actually won the ball back there. This is good play, actually, from Leicester. Indeed, inside the penalty. This is a chance for Leicester. Oh, good save from Ramsdale. It was actually Wesley Fofana, it was. Lovely feet inside the area, linked up well with Jamie Vardy over on that far side. Good save from Ramsdale. He made an important save, didn't he, last week at Crystal Palace when it was 1-0. He's made an important save here. Now Arsenal on the counter-attack. Gabriel Jesus maybe took a little bit too long there. The ball was taken off him. It does fall to Granit Xhaka. Oh, he tried to put Martin Ødegaard in, Zinchenko in, sorry, down that far side, but the ball was cut out by Leicester. Suddenly, a hive of activity at both ends of the pitch there. That was a good chance for Leicester, actually. Wesley Fofana found himself in a very advanced position inside the Arsenal penalty area. He did really well, actually. Got himself into a goal-scoring position, but Aaron Ramsdale was out quickly, smothered the shot, and it remains at 0-0. But that was good play from Leicester. They was winning the ball high up the pitch there. They're coming forward again now with James Maddison. A little bit of space there. He plays the ball out to that far side. This is Castagna. Timothy Castagna plays it back to James Maddison. Leicester trying to get a foot on the ball. Dewsbury Hall. I do like Dewsbury Hall. He sounds like a 1930s, 20s player, doesn't he? He's got a nice moustache as well. And he's a very good player, you have to say. And he's coming forward again on this near side, Dewsbury Hall. He's kept that in. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's charged down by Thomas Partey, and William Saliba's across to clear the ball away. Terry says, I hear Saliba is wearing shorts with pockets today because that's where he's keeping Vardy. Well, yeah, quite possibly. Vardy hasn't really had the ball so far, and it seems as though actually he's more over on Gabriel's side as things have started. Dewsbury Hall did well there, actually. He does look as though he could have played in a far-off era, doesn't he? But I say he's a very good player, actually, Keenan Dewsbury Hall. It's Ndidi now in possession for Leicester, who've started to settle down now. For Fofana, it was his very early chance there for Leicester that could have caused a shock, actually, if he puts that away. But another great save from Aaron Ramsdale. Again, coming to Arsenal's rescue, when needed. Another great save from him today already. So, anyway, Leicester are still in possession here on this near side with Amati. Now it's with Johnny Evans. Looks to go long, but that ball was charged down, actually. It's going to run all the way through to Zinchenko, making his Premier League debut at the Emirates for Arsenal as well today, of course. Not just Gabriel Jesus, but there's a chance here for Arsenal. There, Granit Xhaka in the number 9 position there. Granit Xhaka made a great run through. It was Thomas Partey with the ball. And suddenly we've got Granit Xhaka playing in a number 9 position for Arsenal. We had Wesley Fofana playing as a centre-forward for Leicester a moment ago. It's all happening here at the Emirates. 6.5 minutes played. It is still Arsenal 0, Leicester 0. It's been a lively start to this game in the heat. Now it's James Maddison very deep. Plus to thread that ball through. It was a good ball, actually, but it couldn't quite be taken under control by Yuri Tielemans. And Arsenal now can come forward down this near side with Bukayo Saka in a battle again with Amati. He wins that one. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal right near the corner flag on this near side. Arsenal's right. It's going to be Bukayo Saka with the throw. Finds Gabriel Jesus, gets it back again. Saka back to Ben White. It goes off James Justin for another throw to Arsenal. Ben White playing right back again today. He's going to take this throw for Arsenal. It is still 0-0. 7 minutes played. That one big chance for Leicester is the kind of big moment of this game so far. Good save from Aaron Ramsdale to deny the French defender. Now Bukayo Saka on his near side. Can he get across in? He plays it square across the pitch to Zinchenko. That's a good touch by the Ukrainian. Finds Martinelli. Hasn't had much influence yet, the young Brazilian. Now it goes out to that far side to Granit Xhaka. Plays it back into Zinchenko again. It's a good ball to Ben White. This is good possession from Arsenal. Can we create a chance at the end of this? Bukayo Saka now on this near side. He's got captain Martin Ødegaard now with the ball. Plays it square to Zinchenko again. Very central, the Ukrainian. Looking for a little bit of space. Turns back and plays the ball back into the centre circle to William Saliba. Gets it back again. Zinchenko and gives it back again to Saliba. Brings the ball forward now. Knocks it to Ben White. Arsenal now back inside their own half. Plays it square to Gabriel. This is good possession from Arsenal. 8 minutes played. Leicester have got everybody behind the ball except Jamie Vardy now as Gabriel drives forward for Arsenal, looking for some movement ahead of him, looking for the ball. He plays it square to Zinchenko. That's a nice ball out to that far side to Granit Xhaka, who's got forward well so far in this game. Zinchenko again threads the ball through to Ødegaard, plays it on to Martinelli over on that far side. Martinelli back in to Martin Ødegaard inside the penalty area. Can he get a cross in? No, he's held up well actually by Ndidi, but it goes back again to Granit Xhaka. It's back with Martin Ødegaard. This time he does get a cross in, but Ndidi pulls out a leg, deflects the ball away. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal just in front of those Leicester fans over on that far side. Gabriel Jesus now in possession. Was he fouled there by Castagna, the referee, Darren England? Has he given a free kick or a corner? I'm not sure. But it's going to be a set piece to Arsenal over on that far side. Not sure if it was a free kick, was it? Oh, it was a free kick. Yeah, it was a fair. It wasn't actually Castagna that fouled him. It was. It was. Actually, I don't know who it was. Actually, it might have been Indeed. Anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We've played 9 minutes. It's about 10 yards in from the corner flag over on that far side, right in front of those Leicester fans. Gabriel Martinelli with a bandage on his hand is going to take this free kick for Arsenal. An early opportunity to get this lead. Can it be a good delivery into the box? Let's see if we can get this early chance over on that far side. This free kick, we're now just waiting for the referee's whistle, which he has now given. It's going to be Martinelli with this ball in from the far side in towards the near post. It's flicked on. Oh, it's at the near post by Gabriel Jesus. It's gone into the side netting. Gabriel Jesus was appealing for a corner, I think it was. Let's have a look. He got into the near post. Oh, it's actually hit the outside of the post, actually. It's the nearest Arsenal have come to a goal. Ball whipped in at the near post there, looking for Gabriel Jesus. They're just showing that chance again for Fofana. So Fofana who won the ball, got it back again, ran into the box. That was a good play, actually, from Wesley Fofana, but a good save it was by goalkeeper Ramsdale. It was a nice link-up play there with Jamie Vardy. He did well for Fofana. Maybe not on his strongest side as he got the ball there. Anyway, Leicester coming forward again with Jamie Vardy over on that far side. Castagna now exchanges passes with Tielemans. Castagna cuts in from that from right-hand side for Leicester, plays it back again to Fofana, who's quite advanced, actually, considering he's one of the three centre-backs for Leicester, and he plays the ball all the way back to goalkeeper Danny Ward. We've played nearly 11 minutes at the Emirates. It is still Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. One chance at each end, really. Fofana had that effort saved by Ramsdale, and Gabriel Jesus' header off the outside of the near post from that Gabriel Martinelli free kick. That's near as we've come to a goal at either end now. Jamie Vardy plays the ball to Dewsbury Hall for Leicester, looking dangerous when they come forward. Castagna on that far side. That's a good ball. Ramsdale gets a fingertip to it, pushes it away. It was James Justin, I think it was, coming in on the far post. The two wing-backs are very high up the pitch for Leicester, but Arsenal play this well out from the back. Bukayo Saka on his near side, but that's well defended, actually, by Justin again. And now Leicester are in possession with Wesley Fofana inside the centre circle. Pings the ball up this near side, looking for James Justin. A nice touch back to Maddison it was, and Ben White's in with a tackle. It's going to be a throw to Leicester on this near side. Leicester looking dangerous, actually, and they come forward. Some nice interplay, actually, between their front three players, and the two wing-backs are really getting forward. Good bit of goalkeeping again from Ramsdale to deny James Justin, but Arsenal now in possession inside their own half with William Saliba. Plays it to Gabriel, striding forward over halfway now. The big Brazilian defender for Arsenal carries on his little run, actually. Maybe a little bit too ambitious there. The ball does fall to Zinchenko, who plays it all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale, and the sting's been taken out of that attack. But Ramsdale's long kick looking for Martinelli, wins his header, finds Gabriel. Martinelli's done well over on that far side. He needs a bit of help, does he? He's done well, actually. Brushes aside Castagna, Martinelli, and then pings the ball in to Martin Ødegaard. That's a good take from the Norwegian. Now Arsenal coming forward on this near side. No, they're not. That ball runs out of play. Thomas Partey's ball it was, looking for Bukayo Saka, but it was slightly overhit, and it has gone out for a throw to Leicester on this near side. Maybe didn't quite make the most of that attack, Arsenal there. It was good play initially, a lovely touch from Martin Ødegaard, but the momentum went out of that attack, and in the end, Partey's ball was too far away from Bukayo Saka. But has done well there, Saka, to win it back. Finds Ben White, and now Arsenal in possession in midfield with Thomas Partey. Plays it back to William Saliba. He's not going to be rushed, is he, William Saliba? So cool on the ball. Plays it in to Thomas Partey. Now back to Ben White. Gabriel's in a little bit of space, but Ben White just goes back to goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, and he does find now Gabriel over on that far side. 13 and a half minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Leicester 0. Leicester have had the clearest opening at goal so far, but Arsenal coming forward now. Granit Xhaka didn't quite find the pass he wanted there for Gabriel Martinelli, but Martin Ødegaard's got the ball instead. He finds Ben White. He's in a very advanced position as well. The fullback's getting forward well in this game for both teams. Saka now on his near side. Can he get a cross in? He's faced with the defender James Justin. Instead, he plays it back. Sorry, it's Amati. It's a good tackle, actually. It was James Justin. He's done well, James Justin, but it's going to be a free kick, is it? No, it's not. Referee says play on. Does he? No, he doesn't. He does give a free kick to Leicester. It looked like a foul by Martin Odegaard, and it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. Who will probably be fairly satisfied with how they've started this game, Leicester. They've had one or two moments, a good opportunity already, and one or two other threatening moments going forward, and they've defended reasonably solidly as well. Arsenal haven't really had an effort at goal yet. Danny Ward doesn't have a save to make. He's got the ball now at his feet. The Leicester goalkeeper, the new number 1 for them, following Kasper Schmeichel's move to France. That wasn't a very good play up that far side there from Yuri Tielemans. And Granit Xhaka gets the ball back for Arsenal. Now Zinchenko plays it back to Gabriel. Arsenal certainly had more possession than Leicester, you have to say. Terry says there got to be a yellow, surely. For who? Who should have got a yellow? Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward over on that far side. Granit Xhaka plays it up the line to Martinelli. Oh, he's got past Wesley Fofana. Good battling, though, by the French defender. And it is now going to be a free kick to Arsenal and a yellow card for the defender Fofana there. He did pull back at Martinelli there. He did pull him back as Martinelli looked as though he was going to get away from him there. It was a free kick, and the referee's actually given a yellow card. So Fofana's had an interesting start to this game, hasn't he? He's already had one big opportunity to score, and now he's got himself a yellow card. The young Frenchman. And Arsenal got a free kick in a pretty dangerous area, actually, you have to say. Again, it's over on that far side. Martinelli and Martin Odegaard are over this dead ball. Good delivery here. It's about midway inside the Arsenal in Leicester's half. Sorry, about 5 yards in from that touchline. Martin Odegaard takes it short to Martinelli. Now Martinelli clips it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in from, was it Gabriel? It was Gabriel with his shaved head. He got something on that, not enough to divert it towards the goal, but it was a good free kick, a good ball in from Martinelli towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Gabriel rose highest, but couldn't keep the header down. It's gone behind for a goal kick to Leicester. Good ball, though, from Martinelli. But it may well have come off Ndidi. In fact, some of the Arsenal players are appealing for a corner, but referee Darren England has given a goal kick to Leicester. And it is still 0-0, 16 minutes played. It's been a decent game. There's been a lot happening. It's been quite lively, but so far, no goals. Leicester, though, win that header there in midfield and get the ball back again. Well, that was a bit of a loose pass from Amati, but Leicester do pick it up. Jamie Vardy, they're looking to put Gabriel under pressure, and he heads it out for a throw to Leicester over on that far side. 17 minutes played. It is still 0-0. And while Arsenal have probably had more possession, Leicester have had the best chance. And it just shows how we have to be switched on defensively as well. Amati now for Leicester pings it up that near side, looking for James Justin, but Thomas Partey was in the way. Indeed, he then plays that ball over the top. There's a bit of confusion there in the Arsenal defence, a little bit between Gabriel and Zinchenko, almost let in Yuri Tielemans, but the ball is headed back to Aaron Ramsdale, and Arsenal now can come forward on that far side. Granit Xhaka right over on that far touchline. In fact, it isn't. It's Martinelli, sorry. Granit Xhaka's actually ahead of him. He's playing very advanced position, actually, so far this season, Granit Xhaka, hasn't he? Anyway, that's the ball back over the top again, looking for the run of Martinelli, but it was good defending that time by Fofana. And Fofana this time wins a free kick off Martinelli. And that takes a sting out of that Arsenal attack. Coming up to 18 minutes played. Arteta takes a drink. We'll be having drinks breaks in this game, probably in about 5 minutes or so. You'd imagine the first one will be happening. It is a very, very warm afternoon in North London. First home game of the new season. Arsenal against Leicester. Of course, the last time we played Leicester in our first home game, it ended up 4-3, didn't it, if you remember? 4 or 5 years ago, that was. Very exciting game. Arsenal came from behind to win that in the last 10 minutes. Late goal from Olivier Giroud, I believe that was. Anyway, that's a long ball played forward there. Leicester do deal with that with Johnny Evans, and Amati does keep it in on his near side, finds Johnny Evans again. This is good play from Leicester, actually, building out from the back. Really good play. Dewsbury Hall now on this near side, pings the ball into midfield. Well, won there by William Saliba, and plays a nice ball to Granit Xhaka now. Out on that far side, Martin Odegaard Can he get the ball into the box? He's got Martinelli just inside him. Martinelli now plays the ball square to Martinelli, going into the box now. Bukayo Saka gets across in towards the far post, coming in. It's a header at the far post. I think it was Martinelli, and then the shot comes in over the top. In fact, it was Granit Xhaka with a header at the far post. Good save from Danny Ward. The ball fell back to Martinelli, I think it was. It was a good play from Arsenal, actually. It was Saka's cross from this near side, dinked towards the far post. Granit Xhaka came in. It was on target, a good save, and then it was lashed over by Martinelli. Actually, it's hit the post. It wasn't a save by the goalkeeper. It's hit the post and came out. Unlucky there, Granit Xhaka looking for his first goal of the season. I say he's been very, very advanced in this game. High up the pitch he's been playing. He's got on the end of a couple of things, and he almost gave Arsenal the lead there. Granit Xhaka, we've played nearly 20 minutes. This was, of course, around about the time we did score on Friday against Crystal Palace, but we haven't been anywhere near as threatening in this game so far. But that was very, very close there. Hit the post. Granit Xhaka at that near post. He tried to squeeze a header in. I think goalkeeper Danny Ward would probably have saved it, but anyway, it was a good effort, a great cross from Bukayo Saka. That was good play from Arsenal actually all round. Now coming forward again over on that far side with Gabriel Martinelli looking to take on Fofana, who's already been booked. Let's not forget. He gets past him. Fofana this time can't grab hold of him, but Leicester do manage to win the ball back, and now they've got an opportunity for a break with James Maddison. Pings the ball over the top, looking for Jamie Vardy. He's kept himself onside. He's now faced with William Saliba. The first time those two have really come in together, but it's a good ball inside to Dewsbury Hall inside the Arsenal penalty area. He's maybe held up a little bit, had to play the ball back again. Martin Odegaard, though, steps in, and Bukayo Saka is then fouled by James Justin, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. But that was good play, actually, there from Jamie Vardy. A lovely ball in to Dewsbury Hall. And Terry says there, that was more of a yellow card than a one given. Well, it was, I suppose. He just clipped his ankles, didn't he, as he was running past. Whereas Fofana's yellow card was for pulling Gabriel Martinelli back, wasn't it? Anyway, Leicester are now in possession on this near side with James Justin. It's actually been a very even game. There's not much to choose between these sides at all. Arsenal maybe just slightly had more possession, but Leicester are looking slightly more dangerous when they come forward. They are again over on that far side. Good defensive header there from Zinchenko. He does well there in the Ukrainian. He's had a good start to his Arsenal career as well. Plays the ball inside to Thomas Partey. And now it's to Ben White. Little bit of space. And now he's closed down by James Justin. So goes back to William Saliba. Plays the ball out to that far side to Gabriel. In the left-back position, Gabriel at the moment plays the ball back square again to William Saliba for Arsenal into midfield. Thomas Partey. This is a good play from Arsenal. It's a long ball over the top. Actually, it's a good ball to Gabriel Jesus over on that far side. He's pulled Johnny Evans out of position there. Gabriel Jesus skips back inside. This is good play from Jesus. That's a lovely ball inside towards Martinelli. Is it? In fact, it is Martinelli's done well. He's kept possession for Arsenal. Plays it inside to Granit Xhaka to Jesus. Chips the keeper. Oh, it's in! It's a goal! Gabriel Jesus on his Emirates Premier League debut gets the goal we've been waiting for. Chips the goalkeeper. What a finish that is, actually. It was a good move from Arsenal. Kept possession well. Got the ball from inside our own penalty area up the pitch. Terry says there, what a goal. Indeed, it was a fantastic goal. Brilliant finish from Gabriel Jesus. Wow. Finally, we get the breakthrough again. 22 minutes, very similar to last week, isn't it? And it is, of course. Is indeed 1-0 to the Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus there with a chip over Danny Ward. Brilliant goal. Just dipped under the crossbar. Brilliant stuff from Arsenal. We are now 1-0 up midway through this first half. In fact, I think that's the signal for the water break. Phil says brilliant. Indeed, it was a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal from Gabriel Jesus. What a way to mark your first Premier League appearance at the Emirates. There's a water break and there's cold flannels being put on players' necks. That's the sort of day it is today. Very, very warm. But it's been a good start to this game from Arsenal. It's been a good game actually to watch. A lot of good play from both teams, and we've got the goal. Martinelli was given a wet flannel on his neck. He didn't like it. He's taken it off. Leicester now are also having their water break as well. Good time for Arsenal to score, wasn't it? Just before that break there. It was a good move as well. I say started inside Arsenal's own half, brought the ball forward up that far side. Granit Xhaka was involved. I think he's going to get the assist actually, because I think it was his ball back to Gabriel Jesus. What a lovely finish. Chipped it over the goalkeeper. Brilliant stuff from the Brazilian. And he's off and running. Hopefully that is going to be the first, I'm sure, of many goals he is going to score for Arsenal this season in the Premier League. I'm sure it is. In fact, it was Granit Xhaka's ball there. It wasn't necessarily the greatest layoff, but it didn't matter. Gabriel Jesus just chipped it over. What a finish that is. That's just an incredible goal. It's an incredible goal. And his usual celebration as well, just to round it off. So great start to his Emirates Premier League career for Arsenal. You know, people made a big deal, didn't they, about him not scoring last week, but it's only one game, isn't it? And he's going to score goals. There's no doubt about that. What a finish that was. What a way to open your account for your new club. Brilliant stuff. And a great goal from Jesus, and Arsenal are 1-0 up and looking in a good place now, a good position to go on and win this game, hopefully. We're just about to get restarted again following a water break. I think that was actually... wasn't any more action, was there? So I think it's going to be Leicester restarting with kickoff, isn't it? That's what's going to be happening. Edu there is looking quite relaxed, looking quite smart as well in his suit and his red Arsenal tie. And it is Leicester to restart the game following that goal and the water break. 23 minutes is the time of the goal from Gabriel Jesus. So a very similar time. So when we took the lead last week against Crystal Palace, wasn't it? Let's hope we can go on this time and get the second goal a little bit earlier, because it was quite nervy, wasn't it, that second half against Crystal Palace. But Leicester are coming forward now with Dewsbury Hall. That's a good ball up the line to James Justin. Leicester looking for an instant response across in towards the box there, but it's in fact he's offside anyway. And there was no one in the box anyway. It was the linesman's flag is up, and it will be a free kick to Arsenal. Justin there maybe didn't quite time his run as well as he would have hoped. And Arsenal have a free kick, which William Saliba is going to take. Plays it in to midfield for Zinchenko. Now it's out to that far side. Granit Xhaka, his assist for the goal, and a brilliant goal it was as well for Arsenal. Now the ball's back in to William Saliba's feet. Plays it to this near side, Martin Odegaard. Just a little touch inside to Ben White. Can Arsenal build on this lead before half-time? Saka's ball there was cut out by Dewsbury Hall, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Ben White is going to take. Playing right back again today for the second game in a row. William Saliba plays it inside to Zinchenko. He's almost playing as a central midfield player, actually. Comes forward with the ball for Arsenal, the Ukrainian. Looking for someone ahead of him. Instead, he has to go back to Granit Xhaka. Now it's with Gabriel. Back to Granit Xhaka again. Now it's Martin Odegaard over on that far side. Plays. Sorry, it wasn't Martin Odegaard. It's Zinchenko. They look quite similar from a distance with the blonde hair. But Leicester do come away with the ball with Tielemans. And then James Maddison plays it out to that far side to Castagna. And now he's gone back to goalkeeper Danny Ward. He'll feel a bit disappointed to be chipped from there. It was a crowded penalty area, and he was maybe slightly a little bit too far off his line, maybe. And Gabriel Jesus managed to chip it over him. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that. We did mention, didn't we, talking on the show last night to Chris, of course, the Leicester fan, about the goalkeeping situation. He didn't seem too disappointed about Kasper leaving, but would Kasper Schmeichel have let in that goal? We'll never know, will we? It's going to be something that Leicester fans will talk about, I'm sure. But it's Arsenal in possession at the moment. Thomas Partey plays it to Zinchenko over on that far side. Arsenal looking to get that second goal, which would put us in a very, very strong position. That ball's dinked inside the penalty area. Again, it's Granit Xhaka getting forward, actually. But it was a good header from Johnny Evans. But Arsenal won the ball back, have they? No, they haven't. Gabriel Martinelli it was, but it's a free kick instead to Leicester over on that far side. But it was a foul on Fofana, actually. Those two are having quite a battle, aren't they? Martinelli and Fofana. And that was a free kick that time to Leicester. Martinelli maybe a little bit too heavy-handed in that challenge. And Leicester will look to get the ball forward from that free kick. Arsenal 1 at Leicester 0. Gabriel Jesus with the goal A lot of fantasy managers will be happy with that. He's apparently the most picked player, although he was last week. A few people might have took him out, though, mightn't they, because he didn't score last week. I've persevered with him, and that's paid off for me, at least so far. There's a long ball there from Danny Ward, headed away by Thomas Partey. Gets the ball back again as Arsenal looking to turn the screw on Leicester from the midfield area, but that ball was cut out well by Wesley Fofana, who's had a good game actually so far. You have to say, the young French defender for Leicester missed most of last season, of course, with that broken leg he suffered in pre-season. But he's back fit again now and looking good. Danny Ward again for Leicester with a long kick up this near side. Ben White wins the ball, but Dewsbury Hall picks it up. He's had a good game for Leicester as well. Now, James Maddison. Not had much influence so far, Maddison, actually. But that was a nice little simple ball there too, indeed. And now Amati plays it back to Johnny Evans. Leicester looking to just regroup a little bit, having conceded that goal. And now it is with Wesley Fofana. That big early chance for him could prove to be an important moment in this game, actually, that save from Aaron Ramsdale. Bukayo Saka there doing his defensive work for Arsenal. Hammers the ball forward up halfway, looking for Gabriel Jesus, who wins the header, but the ball's going to roll through to goalkeeper Danny Ward. 30 minutes played. In fact, is that going to be a free kick, is it? Or are we just going to wait because Gabriel Jesus has got a head injury inside the centre circle following that challenge there on Johnny Evans. It possibly could have been a foul, actually, but anyway, Gabriel Jesus did win the header and got a whack on the back of the head for his troubles there by the Leicester captain. But he is back on his feet again. It is going to be, in fact, a drop ball, which the referee just drops back to Fofana. And Leicester will continue with that attack that was just briefly held up there for that slight little injury there, head injury to Gabriel Jesus. So Marty now for Leicester plays it back to Johnny Evans. He's got a little bit of time and space, gets it back to Amati. Pings it into midfield to James Maddison. That was a bisky back pass, actually. Gabriel Jesus sliding in to try to win the ball back, but it does go through to Danny Ward. He plays it out to that far side to Wesley Fofana. Plays it back to Johnny Evans. Leicester just keeping some possession inside their own half. That ball played up line to James Justin. Good pressure by Ben White, but actually it was too much pressure, and it is actually going to be a free kick to Leicester. Over on this near side, Arsenal 1, Leicester City 0. A familiar scoreline, actually, for Arsenal when we play Leicester at home. It's not very often that they win this fixture, is it? Only once ever in the Premier League, and that's been their only victory here since the early 1970s. Yes, they have spent a long part of that time outside the top division, it has to be said, but there was still plenty of times they did visit Arsenal, Highbury, the Emirates, without success. Of course, one of the more famous games was that final game of the Invincible season, wasn't it, at Highbury, when Leicester did lead 1-0 at half-time and they'd already been relegated, and it was like they were going to spoil that unbeaten season. But Arsenal did come back in the second half and win. But it's Justin coming forward now on his near side for Leicester. He does well, actually, gets past Ben White, puts the ball in towards the near post, looking for Dewsbury Hall, but Arsenal do clear it away, but not very far. James Maddison now on his near side, cuts back inside. Can he get a cross in? In fact, he can't. But the play goes on. It's a Marty, got a little bit of space. Thomas Partey thought he was fouled. In fact, it was Bukayo Saka, sorry. Anyway, Leicester now still in possession. Next over on that far side, Castagna plays it back to Fofana, and Arsenal have dealt with that Leicester attack pretty well, actually. We forced them back into their own half. Fofana again finds that Yuri Tielemans had a quiet game, hasn't he, the Belgium, playing at the Emirates today. I say it could be his new home, couldn't it? Who knows? We will have to wait and see what the next couple of weeks of the transfer window brings. Are Arsenal going to sign anybody else? We'll have to wait and see. It's been a decent window so far, but I still think there's a few gaps in this squad that we could do with filling. And I think one or two players still may well leave. We've sent a few out on loan already, haven't we? Pablo Mari and Flo Balogun, the latest two, to leave. You're unsure about Ainsley Maitland-Niles' future. He's not even on the bench today. But Leicester coming forward now over on that far side. But Arsenal do deal with that pretty well. Now, Granit Xhaka inside the centre circle is fouled. If that referee allows play to go on because the ball's fell to Bukayo Saka. Good play there by Saka. Now he's fouled. And now Arsenal do get a free kick taken quickly by Saka over on that far side to Gabriel Martinelli. He's got Thomas Partey outside. That's a good ball towards the edge of 6-yard box. Gabriel Jesus with the header. He couldn't get enough on it. Johnny Evans can clear it away, but not very far. Martin Odegaard heads it back down to Ben White. Ben White now just on the edge of the penalty area. Was he fouled? Gabriel Jesus battling for the ball. He wins it. Martin Odegaard, can he get a shot away? He does get a shot away, but it's blocked well by Amati. But Zinchenko will pick the ball up again. This is good pressure from Arsenal, looking to get this second goal. We're into the last 11 minutes of the first half. It is still 1-0 to Arsenal. Zinchenko now on that far side. Pings the ball into the feet of Martinelli, gets it back. That's a lovely ball back towards Martinelli, but it's good defending there, actually, in the end from Timothy Castagna. Another Belgium in this Leicester team. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal. I think it's the first corner of the game, actually. It was a lovely ball, actually, there from Zinchenko. Dinked over the top, looking for Martinelli, but Timothy Castagna cut across there in front of him. Just managed to push it behind for a corner. We've played nearly 35 minutes. Corner over on that far side. Gabriel Martinelli is with the corner. Arsenal looking for that second goal. Whipped in towards the near post. It's flicked on. It's an open goal, and Gabriel Jesus has headed it in. It's 2-0. 35 minutes played. It's 2-0 to Arsenal. Jesus with another one. He got a hat-trick, didn't he? On his last appearance at the Emirates in the Emirates Cup. And he's on a hat-trick again. That was a simple goal. The corner to the near post for Martinelli. Flicked on. Very 1980s style there it was. And Gabriel Jesus at the far post had a simple open goal to head into from about 2 yards. He couldn't miss. Two very, very different goals. So far, he's got a left foot and a header now. He just needs a right foot, doesn't he, to complete the hat-trick. But that was a simple goal. Well-worked set piece. Again, Arsenal scoring from a corner. This one was, I say, a throwback to the 1980s there. The corner in towards the near post by Martinelli. It was flicked. In fact, it was flicked on by Jamie Vardy. And there was Gabriel Jesus, unmarked at the far post. Couldn't miss. Heads it into the empty net. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. What a Emirates debut it's been for him. It was Jamie Vardy actually flicked it on, and simple header. Terry's there, 2-0 Jesus. What a waste of money indeed. The guy looks a fantastic player, doesn't he? What a great addition he's been to the team already. 2 goals for him. He could be top scorer in the Premier League by this evening, maybe. We will see. Of course, Haaland got 2 goals last week, didn't he? Man City are also playing this afternoon at 3 o'clock, aren't they? But what a great debut at the Emirates it's been for Gabriel Jesus so far. He's got himself 2 goals, and we've not even reached half time yet. Brilliant stuff from him. Let's see what the rest of this game can bring. Can he get that hat trick? Wouldn't that be fantastic if he can? We shall see what happens. My stream's just gone down for 2 seconds, so let me just see if we can find another one. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it really, but anyway, let's see what's happened. We're back again, that's fine. Okay, cool. Looks like we just had another chance actually. Gabriel Jesus is lying prostrate inside the penalty area. He's now getting back to his feet again. There's a ball over the top, actually. Held it up well on the edge of the box. He turned brilliantly, actually, almost his hat-trick. Good save, actually, from Danny Ward to deny Gabriel Jesus what would have been a quick-fire hat-trick, actually. But Arsenal still coming forward again over on that far side. Gabriel Martinez crossing to the box, headed away by Johnny Evans. And Arsenal now really turning on the pressure now with this 2-0 lead. We could go on and win this game quite comfortably, actually. It has to be said anyway. Martin Odegaard now for Arsenal finds Bukayo Saka very central. Thomas Partey in possession now, finds Martin Odegaard again just on the edge of this Leicester penalty area. He does well. Martin Odegaard inside the box now, finds Granit Xhaka. Couldn't quite thread the ball through to Thomas Partey, but Saka does win it back. Gabriel Jesus now on his near side. What a first game it's been for him at the Emirates in the Premier League. Phil says he's making up for last week. Well, yeah, maybe he played well last week, didn't he? Didn't quite get his goal. And Russ in the chat as well. How you doing, Russ? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you are enjoying the game. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, and it is 2-0. Leicester trying to come forward, but again, Saliba's in front of Vardy. As Terry said before, in his pocket he's been so far. Vardy hasn't had one opportunity at goal yet. And it's been a good first half this from Arsenal. Zinchenko now on that far side in the sunshine at the Emirates. finds Gabriel Martinelli. It was his corner that led to that second goal. Martinelli cuts inside, pings the ball again towards Gabriel Jesus, but actually Martinelli has now conceded a free kick, and it's going to be Leicester able to get the ball away. We're into the last 6 minutes now of this first half. Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. Oh, I haven't updated the score, have I? Got a bit excited there. And I didn't update the score, did I? Also, as well, actually, I remembered as well, I didn't do this either. So, yeah, it was a goal a few minutes ago now. But anyway, it was a second goal for Gabriel Jesus. It is Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. And it's been a good first half. We had to work our way into this game, actually, because Leicester did start pretty well, had an early chance. But since then, Arsenal started to gain more control. And now we're completely in control, aren't we? That 2-0 lead. 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus on his debut for his Emirates debut for Arsenal, of course. Not a bad start from him, is it? Let's be fair. Ben White now on this near side for Arsenal finds Martin Odegaard. Can Arsenal get another goal before half time? In these last 5 minutes that remain, we shall see. Gabriel brings the ball forward now, finds Zinchenko over on that far side. Good run from the Ukrainian, finds the ball back to Martinelli, into Gabriel Jesus on his hat-trick, of course, but that ball cut out there by Timothy Castagna. Oh, Gabriel Jesus tries to win it back again, but Leicester do somehow manage to get it away. Do they? No, they don't. Martin Odegaard now in possession for Arsenal on the edge of the penalty area. It's going to be a goal, is it, for Jesus again? Oh, another good save. Oh, he could have had his hat-trick twice. But Arsenal still coming forward. Martinelli now over on that far side for Arsenal, just inside the penalty area. Can he get the ball across? No, he can't. It was good defending, actually, by a mixture there of Fofana and Yuri Tillemans, actually it was. But this was the big chance for Gabriel. Lovely little touch through from Martinelli. One-on-one with a keeper, but good save again by Danny Ward. That's twice now he's denied him. Zinchenko it was that won the ball back initially. This was a good attack by Arsenal, actually. Lovely play. Oh, and he should maybe have scored, Jesus, you have to say. But anyway, Leicester now in possession with Fofana. Plays the ball out to that far side to Castagna. Thinks the ball over the top, actually, the run of Jamie Vardy. Oh, he's got there in front of Aaron Ramsdale. The referee's given a penalty. The first time Jamie Vardy's got him behind, Ramsdale came out. They did collide, the two players there, Jamie Vardy and Ramsdale, just have a little word with each other there. The referee has given a penalty. Obviously, VAR is going to check it. Let's have a look. It was a ball over the top from Castagna into Vardy. Oh, he was caught, actually, by Ramsdale. I think that was a penalty. When you look at the replay, it was a good run from Vardy in behind. He gets the ball first. Actually, I don't know, Ramsdale seemed to pull back, but I do think he did catch him. Let's have a look again. Oh, I don't know, actually. When you look at it from a different angle, you have to wonder whether or not there was any contact. I don't know has it gone to VAR? It's going to VAR now. Let's see. Jamie Vardy's got the ball in his hands, waiting to take this penalty. Terry says no penalty. Well, we don't know yet. It might not be given. It might not be given. I mean, to be honest with you, I think it will be, because I don't think it's a clear mistake by the referee. You can see why the referee's given it. In fact, have VAR overruled it? I know the referee's been told to go and look at the screen. This is interesting. We saw what happened in the Euros. Every time a ref went to look at the screen, usually the decision was overturned. So let's see if it's going to be overturned on this occasion as well. He's going to look at the screen. That tends to suggest to me VAR is saying there's no contact. I mean, there was a slight bit of contact. And he's kind of, Vardy got the ball. Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one, this, actually. It's a tough one. Is there enough there for the referee to change his mind from his original decision? There is some contact. He's not given it. He's not given it. Wow, a big moment in this game just before half-time. He's not given the penalty, having seen at the replay. The contact was very, very minimal from Ramsdale. He did seem to pull out of the challenge. Let's have a look again. That's a very controversial decision, it has to be said. The two players kind of came together. To be honest with you, that could be either way. That actually, you can see that being either way. If the penalty had been given, you could probably say fair enough. But I say, once the referee was told, look at the screen, it's obvious that he's probably been told, you need to look at that again because I'm not too sure. And obviously it wasn't, he changed his mind. Terry says, haha, no penalty. No, well, it wasn't. That was a big moment in this game, wasn't it? As we count down towards half time, we're into the final minute of the first half. There will be some stoppage time. One, because of the water break, and two, because of that VAR check over that penalty there. That was an opportunity for Leicester to get back in it, wasn't it? Terry says there, still 5-0 incoming. Well, maybe it's still on the cards, isn't it? It wouldn't have been perhaps if Vardy had scored that penalty, would it? But anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Saka now on the edge of the penalty area for Arsenal. Plays the ball square to Granit Xhaka. Now Zinchenko. You have to say Granit Xhaka's had a great first half. Zinchenko, they're running into a little bit of trouble. Keeps possession with Thomas Partey. Now it's Gabriel. We are now in the final few seconds of normal time in the first half. So there is going to be some stoppage time, I'm sure. Fofana trying to get away there, but the ball's run out for a throw to Arsenal. So we are into now the stoppage time. How much stoppage time will there be? There's going to probably be 4 minutes. In fact, there is 4 minutes just been shown. There you go. So 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this half. It's been a good first half for Arsenal, but there's been a couple of moments for Leicester, actually. That very early chance for Fofana, and then the penalty, which was overturned by, well, I say the referee overturned it, having got instruction from VAR, you would have to say, wouldn't you? So, yeah, things may be going in our favour again today, which is always nice, isn't it? Let's see if that proves to be the turning point in this game. It may well be. Arsenal now just looking to perhaps see the game out until half-time. Gabriel, under no pressure whatsoever inside the centre circle, plays the ball square to Saliba. But wow, the VAR decision went in our favour. That's so unusual, isn't it? I still can't quite believe that happened. But anyway, and I say, I don't think there was, either way you could understand, either decision given there, you could probably have a case for it, couldn't you? Because it wasn't so clear cut that there was maybe a slight bit of contact. Ramsdale did seem to pull out of the challenge, didn't he? And Vardy did get the ball first. So you could maybe understand either way. So I certainly understood why the referee gave it initially. But fair play to him for actually deciding to change his mind. It doesn't often happen, does it? But anyway, it has happened today, and it's gone in our favour. And we have now played a minute and a half of stoppage time at a 4 at the end of this first half, which has been a good first half for Arsenal. It's going to end up being a good first half now, isn't it? Let's hope so. Anyway, plays the ball out to that far side. Terry says there, Rich Russ wants Martin. Well, he can have your CD. I've got it waiting for him. I've got nowhere to send it. Russ, you need to send me your address, mate. I'm still waiting for that. Anyway, Ben White now in possession for Arsenal. Thinks the ball over the top, looking for the run of Thomas Partey. Flicks it on, but it's going to run all the way through to goalkeeper Danny Ward. So a little bit of controversy at the end of this first half. It's been a very open game, very entertaining, and Arsenal full value for the lead. There's no doubt about that. And a couple of nice goals for Gabriel Jesus. One really nice chip over the keeper, and the second one a simple close range header into an empty net from a corner. And there's a Leicester player down injured now at the moment. It is Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, that famous 1920s footballer, gets back to his feet. He's doing well, isn't he, since he's like 150 years old. Looks good on it, doesn't he? Anyway, here's a throw to Leicester on this near side, which James Justin's going to take. But Thomas Partey wins a header for Arsenal, looking for Gabriel Jesus, who's battling for every single ball. But it's a throw to Leicester. Gabriel Jesus and Amati there having a conversation, not quite sure what that was about. But Arsenal picked up a loose ball in midfield with Zinchenko, exchanges passes with Granit Xhaka. Zinchenko doing well, actually. This is a good run from the Ukrainian, finds Martin Odegaard. A third goal now before half-time would seal it, but that's not a great ball from Odegaard. It's rolled out for a goal kick to Leicester. Some of Odegaard's passing in this first half hasn't been great, actually, you have to say. But anyway, it is 2-0 to Arsenal, so we don't mind. We can live with that if we're going to win the game, which we are at this moment in time. We are now, into the final 90 seconds of this first half. Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus, which is always nice. Let's see if he can get that hat-trick. I did mention at the start if he could repeat his last performance at the Emirates when he scored a hat-trick, and he's got every chance now, hasn't he, with 2 goals in this first half. But Leicester now looking to try to pull one back before the break. James Justin finds Maddison. Justin again tries to get around William Saliba, but nobody's getting around William Saliba. In fact, that's given us a free kick against William Saliba. Terry says there will be accused of cheating tonight while we're sitting top of the Prem. Bet your life on it. Well, I don't know. I mean, we haven't cheated, have we? The referee gave the penalty, and then the referee was told to look at the screen, and the referee's changed his mind. That's not our fault, is it? That's what VAR is supposed to be there for, isn't it? And it's worked well today. Anyway, Leicester have got a free kick here in the last minute of this first half. James Maddison is from this near side, but it's headed away by Granit Xhaka. And in fact, there goes the half-time. In fact, we only played 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. But anyway, Gabriel Jesus is the hero of that first half. There's no doubt about that. His 2 goals is that have given Arsenal this important lead. Leicester say were given a penalty just before half-time, but it was overruled by VAR. And it remains 2-0 to Arsenal. Good first half. James Maddison there is speaking to referee Darren England, obviously, about that decision. He's not going to change his mind again now, is he? But those 2 goals in 11 first half minutes from Jesus has put Arsenal in control of this game at half-time at the Emirates, and it is Arsenal 2, Leicester City 0. Good start from Leicester. They had an early chance with Wesley Fofana, a good save from Ramsdale. And then Arsenal started to get in control of the game. Jesus chipped home the first 22 minutes, and then 12 minutes later, a second one, a simple header into an empty net from a Gabriel Martinelli corner, which is actually flicked on at the near post by Jamie Vardy. Kind of gets an assist for that. And of course, just before half-time, Jamie Vardy went down in the area as he ran onto a ball, challenged by Aaron Ramsdale. Referee initially did give the penalty, was told by VAR to look at the screen, and he did change his mind, and it is 2-0 at half-time. Phil says a penalty decision bound to be the talking point tonight, but even so, it was a good half and 2 in the bag for the Messiah. Indeed, yeah, I mean, the penalty decision will be a big talking point. Of course it will. And I say, whichever decision was given, either penalty or no penalty, you could almost have said, well, fair enough. Either decision could have been right. It was a tough one, wasn't it? Because there did seem to be a tiny bit of contact from Ramsdale on Vardy. He was pulling away from it, wasn't he? And maybe Vardy's gone into him a little bit. But had it been given, you probably could have thought fair enough. And the fact it's been overruled again, you can think, well, yeah, you can understand why that was the case. James in the chat there, Xhaka looking more productive, isn't he, Rich? Clearly been listening to me. No, he's been looking good. He has been looking good, mate. Yeah. He's had a good first half. He's playing a lot further forward, isn't he, this season? We noticed it in pre-season. We noticed it last week as well. He's getting forward, isn't he? It was his assist for that first goal. He had a big chance himself, didn't he, with that header which hit the outside of the post earlier on in the game as well. And he's looking good. I've always had a lot of faith in Granit Xhaka. I've always been a big fan of his. So I'm not surprised that he's doing so well. And it is good to see. And yes, obviously he has been listening to the podcast, as I'm sure he is. But yeah, it was a good first half from Granit Xhaka, a good first half from Arsenal. It is at half-time. Arsenal 2, Leicester City 0. 2 goals from who? Oh, Gabriel Jesus. Good stuff from Arsenal. And we're looking on track for 2 wins out of 2, aren't we? Which would, I believe, at this stage, put us top of the league. What I'll do, I am going to go and get myself a cup of tea, even though it's hot. Just go through the scores then, shall we? The half-time scores in the 3 o'clock kickoffs today. Of course, the earlier game finished Aston Villa 2, Everton 1, their first win of the season. So Brighton 0, Newcastle 0. Predictably, Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 0. So they probably will be top, actually, won't they? Gundogan, De Bruyne and Foden for them. No goal for Haaland, actually, so far for them. Southampton 0, Leeds 0, Wolves 0, Fulham 0. So it's only Arsenal and Man City that have scored any goals in this first half of the 3 o'clock kickoff. To say Aston Villa did beat Everton 2-1 earlier on today. So as things stand then, we'll look at the table. I don't know why. Manchester City are top, goal difference of +5. We are second with a goal difference of +4. The only 2 teams so far with 6 points. Of course, we're only halfway through the second round of games, aren't we? So let's not get too excited at the moment. West Ham are actually bottom of the table with -2 goal difference, but there you go, along with Nottingham Forest. But of course, they'll all be playing a bit later on. So that's the first half then. A good first half from Arsenal, a very good first half from Arsenal, you have to say. And it is good stuff. It is Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus. Stay with me. We will be back very, very soon for the second half. I am just going to get a drink. Stay with me. I will play you a last little bit of music to keep you entertained for the next 2 or 3 minutes while I go and get myself a drink. See you for the second half, guys. Take it easy. Speak to you very soon. How you doing? We are back for the second half. Cup of tea in hand. There we go. And a good first half from Arsenal in the end, wasn't it? 2-0. Two great goals from Jesus. Two very different goals, but it just shows what he can offer us, isn't it? You know, he got a really good finish with a chip, and then the fox in the box type finish. But the second one, wasn't it, with that close range header running in round the back from a corner that was flicked on at the near post. So yeah, really, really good stuff from Arsenal in that first half. I don't think there's any doubt we deserve to be in front, but there were two big moments for Leicester, wasn't there? The early chance for Fofana, and then of course the penalty, which initially was given and then overturned. Not many VAR decisions generally go our way, do they? But they certainly have done today. And we'll take that all day long, of course. And let's hope that that can be a sign for this second half, that we'll go on and get the 3 points. It's been a good performance from Arsenal. A good all-round team performance, actually. No one's having a bad game, are they? Defensively, we've looked pretty solid. The midfields look sharp. And the front three are looking pretty lively. Saka maybe hasn't been in the game as much as Martinelli has. And of course, Jesus has been the star, hasn't he, with that goal. And a fantastic goal. 2 goals, sorry. The first one in particular was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? Which is great stuff. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please look at some of the shows that we're doing. We've got some great new shows, actually, that we've started for this season. We've got the Arsenal review on a Monday, which is just looking back at the game, looking ahead to the following games. Then on a Tuesday, we've got the review extra time. Steve and Sean's brilliant show. A lot of people tuned into that this week, which was great to see. So that's coming up on Tuesday. Wednesday was Melvin's first show, the Highbury Matters. What a great show that was. That's going to be a great addition to the channel as well. That's going to be every other week at the moment. And Thursday, of course, the Arsenal Social with Adam. That is a great show as well. Lots of fun that is as well, with all the social media stuff on Arsenal, which is always good. Last night, of course, we did the opposition view. We got Chris on from Leicester Till I Die TV. That was a good show as well. And of course, the watch-alongs, as always, this week as well, actually on Wednesday, because Melvin's not doing his show, but we've got a really special show lined up for you. We've actually got a former Arsenal player coming on for a chat on the show, on the channel. A former Arsenal player, an international, he was an international player as well, coming on Wednesday evening at 7:30. More details of that will be released later on this week. But you definitely don't want to miss that. We've got a former Arsenal player coming on the channel for a little chat about his career, about his time at Arsenal, what he makes of modern day football as well. We'll maybe talk about the All or Nothing documentary as well with him, see what he's made of all of that. So yes, lots and lots of great stuff on the channel. So I say, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please give it a like as well. A nice little thumb like that would be very, very much appreciated. Give it a little thumbs up. There you go. So that's what we need. So we just got a few stats from that first half then. 53% possession for Arsenal, 10 shots to 1 for Leicester, 3 on target for Arsenal, 1 for Leicester. Arsenal had 213 passes, 196 for Leicester, 178 successful for Arsenal, 159 successful for Leicester. So yeah, we've been the better team. We knew that anyway. You don't need statistics there. Your eyes can give you what you need to see. Kiddo's in the chat. How you doing, Kiddo? Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're well. Don't forget to give it a like as well. So yes, a very, very good first half from Arsenal. We are just about to get up and underway for the second half. The shadow over the east stand onto the pitch is starting to drift in now. It might give a little bit of shade over on that far side as we look, but it is still very warm. Very, very hot afternoon in London. A great afternoon to watch football, but maybe not such a good afternoon to play football. And I can speak from personal experience, having played this morning. It was very, very warm. Anyway, Arsenal are coming back out again for this second half. I'm assuming there's going to have been no changes at this point. 5 substitutions, of course. I'm sure the players have got a nice, clean, dry shirt for this second half. Leicester are coming out as well now, led by their captain, Johnny Evans. They will be attacking the clock end in this second half, which is the end to our right-hand side. The end where their fans are as well in that corner. So I'm sure they'll be keen to try to get a goal back and to try to get something from this game still. But it's been a very good Arsenal performance. It's been a very good performance from the star man, the Messiah, as Phil called him, Gabriel Jesus. His 2 goals it is. Can he get a hat-trick? Well, what a great way to start his Premier League career at the Emirates with a hat-trick. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? 2 hat-tricks in a row at the Emirates for him it would be, having got one against Sevilla in the Emirates Cup 2 weeks ago today, wasn't it, that game? So back on familiar territory and back in familiar form as well. It's going to be Gabriel Jesus to start this second half. Arsenal attacking the goal to our left, which is the North Bank. For those of you familiar with the Emirates, we are back up and underway. Traditionally, the ball goes back to Aaron Ramsdale, who goes long up that far side. This is how we tend to start games when we kick off. Leicester do deal with that, and now they're looking to come forward themselves with James Maddison, but Gabriel steps in with that clearance. It's Arsenal 2, Leicester 0 at the start of this second half at the Emirates. Leicester do need to offer a little bit more coming forward, don't they, in the second half, if they're going to get themselves back into this game. It's been reasonably comfortable for Arsenal. There was those 2 big moments at the start and at the end of the half. Terry says there, please be Sammy, my favourite Arsenal ever player. Sammy Nelson, do you mean? Sammy Nelson was a great player. You'll have to wait and see. We will release details very soon. Phil says there, what you make of this year's World Cup in the great footballing nation of Qatar? Do you think it will be disruptive to the season? Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be massively disruptive to the season, isn't it? You know, a month off from the Premier League. You know, the players are then travelling over there, preparing for a World Cup, playing in a World Cup, coming back and go straight back into the Premier League again. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? There's probably the biggest. There's been lots of examples, but this is probably the biggest example of money ruining football, isn't it? There's no other reason to play a World Cup in Qatar other than money. That's it, isn't it? The fact that you can't play it in the summer because of the weather conditions, the seasons having to be disrupted all throughout Europe, stuff like that. It's madness, isn't it? It's complete and utter madness. And to be honest with you, a World Cup isn't a World Cup unless it's in the summer, because it's a summer tournament. It's always been a summer tournament, and it should be a summer tournament. You know, lovely beer garden afternoons watching the World Cup, and it's all ruined just because of greedy FIFA, greedy everybody really, and that's what's happening. It is going to be terrible, and it's going to disrupt the season, and it's going to be. We're not going to really see exactly what impact it has until the seasons, we get to that point and we come back at Christmas. We're not really going to know, are we? But it's just going to be crap, isn't it? I'm really not looking forward to it at all. I suppose I will end up watching it, because you do when it's a World Cup, but certainly not with the interest of a normal summer World Cup, really. But anyway, we need to get used to this now, because money is going to ruin football. But I also do have a corner at the start of the second half. It was Granit Xhaka's sort of cross shot was deflected on this near side. Martinelli with a corner again towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Danny Ward does well, actually, with a punch clear. And in fact, he was fouled under pressure there by Gabriel, or was it Granit Xhaka? Anyway, either way, it is a free. It was Gabriel, actually. In fact, it was Granit Xhaka came in last. Good punch, though, from the goalkeeper there, the Leicester goalkeeper. It made me feel he should have done better with that first goal from Jesus. But he's done reasonably well, hasn't he, for Leicester? Always going to be a spotlight on him, isn't there? Replacing Kasper Schmeichel in the way that he has. So, but he's done okay today, the Leicester goalkeeper. He's going to take this free kick now. He goes long up that far side, but it goes straight out for a throw to Arsenal. So it's been a good first half from Arsenal. It was. We need to get this job finished in the second half, don't we? Leicester will be looking to try to find a way back if they can, but Arsenal have been fairly comfortable for most of this game. That penalty, though, the penalty incident just for half time, that's going to maybe prove to be the turning point, isn't it? We shall see what happens. Ben White now brings the ball forward for Arsenal. Martin Odegaard over on that far side. Terry says shouldn't be too bad. England won't be in it for long. Well, I think they will be in it for long. I think, you know, judging by the last couple of tournaments, we'll probably go fairly deep into the tournament, won't we? Obviously, we're not going to win it with Gareth Southgate as manager. We all know that, but you know, we've got a good group of players, and I think we're good enough to go far into the tournament, actually. You know, semi-final again, maybe even the final, who knows? But it's not the same, is it? It's not going to be the same played in the winter, and it's just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it now. We're just going to have to suffer it, put up with it, and I'm sure we will watch it. But bits of it anyway, won't we? I'm sure. I'm not quite sure what's the time difference in Qatar? I don't know if anyone knows. What time the game's going to be kicking off? Are they going to be sort of silly o'clock in the morning, in which case we won't be able to watch it anyway? Or are they going to be a lot of fairly kind of okay kickoff times? Anyway, Granit Xhaka's done well on that left-hand side again, and near side for Arsenal. Pulled the ball back, but Leicester have dealt with it, and now they can come forward. Yuri Tielemans hasn't really had much influence in this game at all. Certainly, if he's putting himself in the shop window for a move to Arsenal, he hasn't done himself any favours today, has he? Because he's had no influence on this game whatsoever. That doesn't mean we shouldn't buy him, of course. He's a very good player, but he hasn't had any influence on this game at all. But it is a throw to Leicester on his near side in front of the dugout. It is Castagna, Timothy Castagna with it. The Spaniard for he's Belgium, isn't he? He's not Spanish. He sounds like he's Spanish with his name, isn't he? Castagna, but he's actually Belgium. But anyway, that didn't really come to much there. But there was a nice bit of play from Zinchenko and Xhaka down his left-hand side. They've actually linked up pretty well, those two. Again, they did last week and they have again today. That's a good sign, that is, actually. Anyway, Arsenal won the ball back again. Thomas Partey, he loses out to Tielemans, actually. That's not a great ball forward, though, from another Belgium, of course, Yuri Tielemans. But that ball from Ben White is going to be tidied up by Johnny Evans. Plays it out to that far side to James Justin. Now Leicester coming forward, actually. James Maddison inside the centre circle. He's fouled, actually, by Thomas Partey. He was just looking to try to thread a ball through for the runner, Jamie Vardy, and Thomas Partey has just caught him there inside the centre circle. I don't know whether he's got a yellow card for that, has he, Thomas Partey? It was a foul, there's no doubt about that. He protesting his innocence here. I don't think it was a yellow card. Anyway, Leicester have taken a free kick quickly. Haven't really made much progress up the pitch with it, actually. Fofana now on this near side finds Castagna. Fofana again. Terry says there, see Sky has messed up the Man City v Arsenal women's game already. 7 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. Yeah, I know. I've got tickets to that game. Looking forward to it, actually. But yeah, a 7 o'clock Sunday night kickoff isn't ideal, is it, for women's football when it's, you know, families want to go and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but money again, isn't it? Money talks. The TV companies rule the roost, and the women's game needs the money. So we can't exactly say, no, we're not doing it, I suppose. But anyway, it was a problem last year, wasn't it, with kickoffs, evening kickoffs in the WSL. So they're not ideal, are they? But anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure that'll be a great game, actually. I just hope Arsenal women do buy some players. But we'll be looking at that over the next few weeks. The women's show will be back up and running very soon as well. So we'll see what happens with all of that. But anyway, at the moment, we are concentrating on this game here at the Emirates. Leicester 2-0 down in possession inside their own half. The ball has gone back to Johnny Evans. Plays a long ball up that far side. Actually, it's headed on. Looking for Jamie Vardy. A header from Saliba. Oh my, it's got in. Saliba's just scored an own goal. Not the impact that he would have made. He would have wanted to have made, actually, in this game. He was looking to try to cut that ball out. I don't know who's put the cross in. It was looking for Jamie Vardy. Saliba's got there ahead of him, got a header to the ball, and it's actually gone into the net. It's an own goal from Saliba. It was actually a header flicked on. Oh, he's just headed it past Ramsdale there. Ramsdale will be very disappointed not to have that clean sheet. It was flicked on by James Justin, actually. It was looking for Jamie Vardy. It was a long ball from Johnny Evans. It was a good long ball, actually. It was flicked on by James Justin. And Saliba just got ahead of Vardy. Knocks it past Ramsdale. And suddenly it's game on again. That wasn't really the start to the second half that we wanted, is it? Leicester have pulled a goal back. It is now 2-1. They, of course, threw away a 2-goal lead last week, Leicester. Can they come back from 2 goals down? Let's hope they can't. It was a bit of a shock to the system. That's the first goal we've conceded this season, actually. Terry says there, Qatar is 2 hours in front of us. Oh, that's not too bad, then, is it? So the kickoffs will be a reasonably good time, won't they, I suppose, which is, I suppose, one benefit there. Terry says Saliba scored own goal. Indeed, he has. It is 2-1 now to Arsenal. We just need to regroup again. We've been a little bit flat since the start of this second half. We've not really put Leicester under too much pressure. Martinelli now on this near side. Of course, last week in the second half, the game ran away from us a little bit. We got away with that on that particular occasion and saw it through. But anyway, we're coming forward again now. Ben White plays out to that far side to Bukayo Saka. Can Arsenal come back and get a third goal? Ben White again Plays a cross in, but it's too close to goal. Oh, he's dropped it. It's going to be a chance for a third goal. It is a third goal. Granit Xhaka with it. Oh, my word. We didn't. That didn't last long, did it, for Leicester's comeback? It was Granit Xhaka with the goal. Poor mistake there from the goalkeeper, Danny Ward. It has to be said. He dropped that cross. And there was Granit Xhaka. We said how far advanced he's been in this second half. And there he is, popped up with a goal. His first goal of the season. Wow, what unbelievable mistake that was there from the goalkeeper. But Granit Xhaka's there to tap it home. It took him, of course, until April last year, didn't it, to get his first goal of the season. But he's got one really early on in this season as well. Surely that's going to seal the victory there. It was a cross from Ben White. Should have been comfortable for the goalkeeper, but he dropped it. Gabriel Jesus poked it across. And there was Granit Xhaka to tuck it in to the empty net. A nice, simple goal. And Jesus, I think, was actually looking to try and get his hat-trick himself. But anyway, it did fall to Granit Xhaka to tap home. Terry says 3-1. And James says, get in, Xhaka, goals and assists. Exactly, yeah. He's still not going to get man of the match, is he, unfortunately, because that'll probably go to Jesus, who's got 2 goals and assists. But anyway, he's had a great game, Granit Xhaka. Again, and I'm not surprised because I've been a big fan of Granit Xhaka for a long time, and it's good that he's finally getting his performances are finally getting acknowledged by the Arsenal fans who are always looking to find something wrong in his game, but they can't find too much wrong with that. It was a good goal in the right place again. I say he could have scored a couple of goals today, couldn't he, Granit Xhaka? Anyway, Arsenal are now back in possession again, so Leicester's hopes of a comeback lasted about 2 minutes, didn't they? Arsenal got the third goal straight away. Zinchenko plays that ball through to Granit Xhaka again. Now Jesus, is he going to get his hat-trick? Was he brought down in the area? Referee says no. I think it was a challenge by Amati. Arsenal back in possession again. We've got to spring back in our step again following that third goal. It was a little bit flat, wasn't it, for a while, just at the start of this second half. Thomas Partey now from distance. Have a guess where that went, that shot. Well, it didn't go in the goal, obviously. Maybe Jesus feeling as though that perhaps he could have had a penalty there. Granit Xhaka played the ball on. He cut inside. Actually, no, I don't think it was a penalty. He was looking for it. Was he caught? Let's just have a look at this again. It was Amati. He's cut back inside. Oh, I don't know. Actually, that looks like it was a penalty. Amati did leave his leg dangling. Jesus had gone down. That was probably more of a penalty than Leicester's one. And that one wasn't given. So here's the referee trying to even it up a little bit there. I'm not sure. But that should have been a penalty, actually, on Jesus. Would have been an opportunity to get that hat-trick, wouldn't it? I'm sure he would have taken it. Anyway, the referee didn't give it, and VAR decided not to get involved in that. See, surely that's what VAR should be for. You can see from the replay, when I saw it the first time, I didn't think it was a foul. I've got to be honest, I didn't think he caught him. But then you watch the replay, you can clearly see it's a foul. You can clearly see it should be a penalty. And that's what VAR should be doing. They should be intervening, saying to the referee, you've got that wrong, go and see. Go and check the screen again. They did it before. For that first penalty, it seems as if the referee doesn't give it, they don't want it to be checked. If the referee does give it, they're the ones they want checked. So that's something that needs to be looked at, isn't it? Because that should have been a penalty. I think that should have been a penalty when you look at the replay. But anyway, it wasn't. And Leicester now are coming forward down this near side with Castagna, finds Yuri Tielemans in possession of the ball. That's a nice little ball, actually, to Maddison. He flicks it off to Dewsbury Hall. Actually, he's not been very influential in the second half as yet, but he's got the ball now. Dewsbury Hall in front of those Leicester fans over on that far side, but Thomas Partey just pinches the ball off him. It's going to be a throw to Leicester. We played 58 minutes here at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 3, Leicester 1. Leicester's comeback lasted about 2 minutes after that own goal by William Saliba, and we're back where we started, basically, aren't we? It was 2-0 at half time. It's now 3-1. And momentum's swung back into Arsenal's favour. That goal from Granit Xhaka. But Leicester now coming forward again. It's Yuri Tielemans on this near side. His cross is deflected off Gabriel. It's going to be a corner to Leicester. If they can get a second goal, they'll fancy their chances again, won't they? We're going to have to be careful from this set piece. It's going to be Tielemans himself, actually, to come across and take it, actually, for Leicester. Actually, no, it isn't. It's going to be... I'm not sure who's taking it, actually. Anyway, it is going to be a corner to Leicester on this near side. They look to try and find a way back into it. Phil said there, a mad couple of minutes. It was a very mad couple of minutes. And we don't want any more mad minutes. It's Maddison with his corner, actually. an outswinger in towards the 6-yard box. It's headed on. I think it was headed away by Ben White. Not very far. It's fell to Dewsbury Hall on the edge of the penalty area, but he was held up well, and Leicester have been forced back. And this ball now played up to this near side, but Zinchenko's there ahead. It's going to be a throw to Leicester. Leicester will still feel they're in this game, despite that third goal so quickly after they pulled it back to 2-1. They will still feel they're in with a chance, but they're going to have to get that second goal fairly soon, aren't they? We're now on this near side in the shade, which I'm sure is a relief to a lot of those players to be playing over on that shady bit now as the sun starts to go down behind this east stand on the near side at the Emirates. We've played an hour. Arsenal 3, Leicester 1. It's been a good performance from Arsenal overall. One or two little dodgy moments here and there, but overall it's been a good performance from Arsenal, and we're getting very close to another 3 points. Let's hope we can finish this job off. But it is Leicester currently in possession at the moment, and it's with Fofana on this near side. Well, runs away from a little bit, but he's able to keep possession, and Castagna in the end plays it back to Danny Ward. It was a little bit of a put a little bit too much on that back pass, and Danny Ward does well actually. It was his mistake that led to that third goal, and in fact I'm not quite sure what's been given here. It's a free kick to Arsenal inside the centre circle. Gabriel takes it. Was that an offside then perhaps? Anyway, Gabriel's got the ball again, plays it to this near side to Granit Xhaka, who's had a very good game, and he's got himself a goal as well and an assist today. But it's Arsenal in possession, but Partey brings it over onto that far side. Martin Odegaard finds Bukayo Saka. He's offside actually. Not quite sure how he managed to get himself offside over there, but anyway, he has, and it is going to be a free kick currently to Leicester. Arsenal 3, Leicester 1 is the score, and you have to say it's a fully deserved lead for Arsenal at this point in the game. But Leicester did get a goal back, didn't they, at the start of the second half, and for a couple of minutes it looked as though maybe they were going to find a way back in, but Arsenal did get that third goal very quickly, and now we're back in control. It's Zinchenko now on his near side in the shaded area now. The game's being played at a slightly slower pace now than in the first half. Is that the weather, or is that the fact that Arsenal now are in total control? Martin Odegaard plays the ball into Zinchenko now. Granit Xhaka finds Martinelli on this near side, running at 2 Leicester defenders. He's done well. Martinelli still going, but then Fofana comes across, but actually Martinelli's won the ball back again. Good play from the Brazilian, finds Zinchenko, having to run now at the Leicester defence. Granit Xhaka pings the ball forward. It's come off a Leicester player, is it? No, it hasn't. Looked like it may have come off Wesley Fofana there, actually. But anyway, it hasn't been given as a corner. It's a goal kick instead to Leicester, who are now making 2 substitutions. Tielemans actually is going off. I said he had that much influence on the game, and he is going off, and he's going to be replaced. Actually, Marty's going off as well. It's Dennis Pratt's come on, his Belgium colleague, and Amarty's going off as well, and he's going to be replaced by Patson Daka. So they are the 2 substitutes. So it's Pratt and Daka on for Leicester. It's Amarty and Tielemans off. I think Leicester are going to change their shape slightly. They might go back to a back 4 possibly. Well, they might actually keep the 3 at the back. It looks like they are keeping the 3 at the back. And maybe Maddison's going to drop a little bit deeper, and Daka will be up alongside Jamie Vardy for these final, 28 minutes that remain here at the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Leicester 1. Arsenal looking comfortable now to go on and get that second victory in a row this season. A great start. I wonder when the last season was we won our opening 2 games. Must be a long time ago. Can't actually even remember. Anyway, maybe 2015 perhaps. Anyway, Leicester now coming forward down this near side. It is Dakar, actually, his first involvement, battling with Gabriel. Now it's Pratt, the other substitute, on this near side for Leicester. James Maddison now. They're going to want something special out of him, aren't they, in these final 25 minutes or so remain in this game, if Leicester are going to find a way back. That's a good ball though, but it's square to Johnny Evans. It's now played out to that far side to James Justice. Now back with Johnny Evans again. Leicester got possession of the ball, but only really on halfway. They're not putting our defence under too much pressure, and in fact the ball's gone all the way back to goalkeeper Danny Ward. plays it to Fofana. Again, Leicester still in their own half on this near side in the shaded bit of the pitch. Now Castagna plays it to the substitute, Dennis Pratt, who just came on for... who was it that went off again? Oh, Tielemans, of course, wasn't it? And Johnny Evans now in possession. Leicester are keeping the ball pretty well, but they're not looking like they're getting in behind our defence at all. They're just knocking it around quite comfortably. And in fact, they almost play out of play there. And Zinchenko's almost caught in possession by Maddison, but he does well, finds Granit Xhaka. And now Arsenal can launch a counter-attack. Thomas Partey inside the centre circle. The ball over the top looking for the run of Saka, but it was overhit. Saka's not really been in this game much, has he? I haven't really mentioned him too much. He hasn't had much. He's not played badly. He just hasn't had the ball. He hasn't got the ball to be able to do an awful lot much in this game. Most of our attacks have come down the left-hand side with Xhaka, Martinelli and Zinchenko. Those three have been really good, actually. But now we've got an opportunity to win the ball back high up the pitch. But actually, Leicester have now got a counter-attack going, trying to get Jamie Vardy in. But Saliba's back there this time and finds Aaron Ramsdale with that clearance. It's not a good clearance, actually, by Ramsdale. Maddison does well. It's a nice turn. Plays it to Daka, who tried to thread it through to Vardy, but again, Saliba was there, plays it back to Ramsdale. Now Arsenal have got a chance to launch an attack of their own over on that far side with Jesus still on that hat-trick, of course. A lovely dummy from Ødegaard. Granit Xhaka now plays it back to Ødegaard. This is good from Arsenal. Martinelli in the centre of the pitch. He's got Zinchenko on this near side. Is he going to find him? He cuts back inside. Martinelli, that's a nice ball to Granit Xhaka. Now he finds Zinchenko. Can he get a cross in? He can, but it's charged down by the substitute, Dennis. No, it wasn't actually, it was Castagna, sorry. And it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. 66 minutes played. There'll be another water break coming very shortly, you'd imagine. But that was a good play from Arsenal, a nice attack. I mean, it probably was a handball. He's gone up like that, but anyway, it is a corner instead. It wasn't in the penalty area. It was just outside. It's Arsenal's fourth corner. We did score the second goal from one of those corners in the first half. Can we get the fourth goal from one as well? It's going to be Gabriel Martinelli with the corner from this near side again, looking in towards the near post. It's flicked on again, but there's no one around the back post this time. But Bukayo Saka is going to keep this in over on the sunny side of the pitch. Plays the ball in to Ben White, plays it back to William Saliba. Ben White gets it back again. This is good play from Arsenal, good pressure. Now this is good run from Gabriel Jesus inside the penalty area. Jesus, can he get it across the box? He can, and no one's in there. Oh, if Gabriel had got himself 2 yards further forward, he would have had a tap in. Anyway, it's kept in by Martinelli. Ball back into the box, headed out this time by who was it headed that away? Indeed, it was. And now James Justin over on that far side. In fact, it's going to be a free kick, is it? To Leicester, I think. But there was a big chance there, actually. Really good play from Gabriel over on that far side. Twisted and turned, got to the byline, drilled the ball across that 6-yard box. But there was no Arsenal player in there. Gabriel was just sat back a little bit. Had he made a run into the 6-yard box, he would have had a tap in as well, but it wasn't to be. And Leicester have managed to survive that particular attack. It's James Maddison who's injured, actually, holding his right ankle following the change. In fact, we are having a water break now while that injury is being sorted out. But this was a great moment from Gabriel. Showed his real quality there, cutting in from that far side. Went past 2 defenders like they wasn't there. Lovely ball across the 6-yard box as well, and nobody was in there. That would have been a lovely goal if someone could have finished that off. I mean, Jesus there, twisting and turning, slalom-like inside the penalty area. Really good feet, but nobody was in there to get the finishing touch. And it is still 3-1. Jesus is now having a chat to Mikel Arteta on the sidelines during this water break. But it was really good play from him again. 2 goals he's got himself today, of course. And can he get that hat-trick in these last 22 minutes? Can he get the hat-trick, which would just round off this game nicely, wouldn't it? Be the perfect finish to the game, wouldn't it, if he can get himself that hat-trick. It was Granit Xhaka with the 3rd goal. He doesn't score many, does he, Granit Xhaka, for Arsenal? But that's his 1st goal already this season. And we're just about to get back up and underway again following this second half water break. If you remember back in the COVID season, when he first came in, we had the water breaks when the games were played in the summer, and he we seem to play better after the water breaks, didn't we? Virtually every single game. Let's see if that's the case here. In fact, Jamie Vardy's just gone off for Leicester with just over 20 minutes to play. And it's Kelechi Iheanacho that's come on. Another former Manchester City player, of course, alongside the two that we've recently acquired. So Kelechi Iheanacho is who's replaced Jamie Vardy. So a different threat for Saliba and Gabriel. They've now got Dakar and Patson Dakar and Kelechi Iheanacho as their front two. Maddison's dropped a little bit deeper. But if Leicester don't find a goal soon, they are going to be going back up the M1. Oh, there's a chance straight away for Iheanacho at the far post. Oh, he pulled it back across the box. It was good a clearance, actually, on the line from, was it Saliba, I think it was. Arsenal's defence just switched off for a moment there, it seemed. Ben White might have picked up a little bit of an injury, actually. And that was an opportunity there for Leicester. It looked like Iheanacho, with his first touch at the far post, was going to get a goal. But in the end, the ball come back across the 6-yard box, and I think it was Saliba cleared it away. But Leicester still in possession. James Maddison brings another crosser towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's headed out by Ben White, then by Partey. And now it's come to Gabriel, and Arsenal have got a chance of a counter-attack. Martin Odegaard's making a run over on that far side. Instead, it's Bukayo Saka. Granted, Xhaka's actually free at the far post, but Saka's still inside the box. Gabriel Jesus, tried to finish at the near post. Couldn't quite get it in. It's gone behind for a goal kick. What a counter-attack that was from Arsenal, led by Jesus initially. He was wanting some runners. He got one on the outside. It was Bukayo Saka. Saka got into the penalty area, played the ball in to Jesus, hit it first time, looking to try and squeeze it in that near post. Couldn't quite get it. Terry says, come on, Arsenal, only 2 more goals. No, but you said 5-0, so it can't be 5-0 now, can it? So it could be 5-1, but not 5-0. Anyway, Thomas Partey dinks the ball over the top, but I don't know if Gabriel Jesus was offside. He didn't chase it. And it's now gone back to goalkeeper Danny Ward. Now it's with Wesley Fofana, plays it up this near side. Castagna. Leicester did all have a little opportunity, didn't they? Almost an opportunity to get the second goal just after making that second lot of substitutions there. It was, in fact, Kelechi Iheanacho, it was that almost got the goal. So Leicester still will feel they can get something from this game, but time is certainly against them. We're inside the last 20 minutes. We've played 72 minutes, actually. There will, of course, be stoppage time for the water break. 1 or 2 little other stoppages as well. But things so far looking good for Arsenal. We've just won the ball back again. Martinelli now with a little bit of space. Threads the ball through to Jesus. Lays it off to Martin Odegaard. Jesus is in again, is he? He couldn't quite get the ball. Fofana was there. Maybe not the best ball from Odegaard, it has to be said. And Leicester were able to get that away. That could have been a chance for Jesus' hat-trick there. A better ball into him from Odegaard. And now instead it's Leicester coming forward with Castagna. In fact, he leaves it for James Maddison, who's got a lot more of the ball now since he's dropped a little bit deeper, you have to say. And he's starting to have a little bit more influence on this game, James Maddison. Indeed, he plays it to Johnny Evans. Leicester now looking to try to find a second goal, which would make it a nervy finish, wouldn't it, if they can? But anyway, let's hope Arsenal can stay strong, stay firm, and see this game out. It's Dewsbury Hall then finds Fofana on halfway for Leicester. That's a nice ball into midfield, actually. Now it's James Maddison again. That's a good ball to Iheanacho, just inside the penalty on this near side. Iheanacho, nice ball through to Maddison. It's gone through Ramsdale's legs and Leicester have scored. James Maddison makes it 3-2. He shouldn't be scoring from that angle there. Ramsdale will be very, very disappointed to be beaten at the near post like that. He sort of went through his legs, it seemed to. Terry says there, no, 3-2. Yes, it is 3-2. It was a nice move there from Leicester. Vardy found Iheanacho. It was a nice reverse ball, actually, from Iheanacho outside to Maddison. He shouldn't be scoring from there. It went straight through Ramsdale's legs. Really, really poor goalkeeping that was. Terry says there, nutmeg Ramsdale. It was. I think that's poor goalkeeping. Personally, he shouldn't be beaten there, should he? It was a good move from Leicester, but he's in a position where you think he's going to have to cross the ball, and instead he's gone in at that near post through Ramsdale's legs, and it is game on again. 2 goalkeeping mistakes maybe in the second half that's led to these goals. Ben White is now going off for Takahiro Tomiyasu. He's coming on his first appearance of the season, his first appearance for a while, actually. since he got injured at the end of last season. Good to see him back again. He's now trotting over to play in the right back position over in the Sunshine. Terry says need 3 more to go top if Man City don't score. Well, at the moment, I'm just more worried about actually holding on and winning this game. To be honest, it's been a strange game in many ways. We've had spells where we've looked completely in control, but we're doing our best to throw this away, aren't we? Of course, it was that famous 3-3 game, wasn't there, between Arsenal and Leicester? That Bergkamp hat-trick. I wonder if it's going to be Gabriel getting a hat-trick today. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. The ball square across to Martinelli on the edge of the box. Martinelli drills it into the corner. Oh, it's 4-2. That surely seals it. Once again, Leicester score. We go straight up the other end and get a 4th goal. Martinelli is again with his 2nd goal of the season. Surely that's going to seal the points. Good finish that was from the edge of the box. And just as Leicester again thought they were going to find a way back into the game, we go up the other end and score. They say you're most vulnerable when you've just scored. That's twice that's happened to Leicester now. They gave the ball away, actually. It was Martinelli who won it back initially. He started that move and he got himself on the end of it as well. It was Gabriel Jesus, it was, with a ball to him. Nice first touch and then a left-footed shot from the edge of the box, across the keeper into the far post. That is a very good finish from Martinelli. And it's another Brazilian on the score sheet. His 2nd goal of the season as well. And it was the assist from Jesus. So 2 goals and 2 assists for Jesus today. And Martinelli is with that finish there. Bang into that far corner. Great goal. That surely will seal the points now. Terry says there, 4-2 Magic Martinelli. It was indeed a fantastic goal from Gabriel Martinelli. 2 in a row for him this season. We said we needed more goals from him, didn't we, at the start of the show? I said, we need Martinelli to get a few more. And he's done it again today. Made it 4-2 with 14 minutes to play now. And surely that now seals it. I said that the 3rd goal sealed it. It didn't quite manage to, did it? But hopefully this one will. So, yeah, for the 2nd time, Leicester score and we go up the other end and get one straight away. And we're back where we started from. Now it's going to be Kieran Tierney coming on for Zinchenko. Another good game from the Ukrainian. Good signing he's proving to be. Kieran Tierney is going to get a little bit longer this week than last week. He got 10 minutes or so last week. He's getting just under 15 this week, and it's Zinchenko that is going off for Kieran Tierney. Good to see him back fit again. So we've now got our 2 first choice fullbacks on, haven't we? Tomiyasu and Tierney. Well, you say they're probably our first choice fullbacks, really, and they are both back fit again. I wonder if we'll see Smith Rowe. He is on the bench today. Not played yet this season. Erdegaard wins the ball back well for Arsenal. Martinelli now plays it in to Jesus. Are we going to get that hat-trick to round the day off nicely? Indeed, wins it back for Leicester. Again, they'll still feel they've got a chance here, Leicester. It's coming forward now. It's plays it to Maddison again, very similar position to what he scored from, but this time Gabriel defends it. But it's gone out for a corner to Leicester. They're trying to press again as we head down towards the last, 12 and a half minutes of this game. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. It's been a very, very entertaining game of football, you have to say, in the Sunshine at the Emirates. The job's not quite done yet for Arsenal. Just as we think we're getting it done, Leicester score a goal and we go up the other end and get another one. But anyway, it's a corner to Leicester, which Maddison's going to take from this near side. We need it to defend this. Well, we don't really want Leicester to get a 3rd goal, do we? We talked about a 4-3, didn't we, actually, at the start of the show? Corner in from Maddison, just about cleared away there by Gabriel. Comes to the box, a shot comes in. It's dragged wide by Dewsbury Hall. And it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal as we come down towards the last 10 minutes. It's been an entertaining game, a lot of goals, obviously, and a little bit of controversy as well. A VAR call. Arsenal could have had a penalty as well. But anyway, they're just showing Martinelli's goal again, the 4th goal for Arsenal. It was a very good finish. Nice first touch of his right foot and then put it in that far corner, just right in the corner. Lovely finish, actually, from Martinelli. So that's 2 goals in 2 games for him. Leicester coming forward again. Iheanacho trying to put Gabriel under pressure, but Gabriel does just about get it back to Ramsdale, who goes long towards halfway, only as far as Ndidi flicks it on. Now Iheanacho tries to turn away from Gabriel. Good tackle it was by the Brazilian. Now Thomas Partey gives the ball away, though. That wasn't a great pass from him. It's back with Ndidi again. Leicester moving the ball well now. It's going over on that far side to James Justin, and then it looked like a foul on Dewsbury Hall, but the referee says play on, and Saka can come away the ball for Arsenal. Just over halfway now. We are now coming down to these last 10 minutes. Are we going to see this moment for Jesus? Now, Tomiyasu getting forward over on that far side. Good to see him back on the pitch again for Arsenal. The Japanese right back. And he gets forward again, but he's held up there. It was a good tackle, actually, by Indeed. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal, which Tomiyasu himself is going to take over on that far side in the sunshine. Plays it into Martinelli, chests it down to Saka inside the box. Saka's shot. It's going to be Jesus' hat-trick. No, it's not. Oh, he's at the post. Looked like almost an open goal. How did he not score there, Gabriel Jesus? That was his moment for the hat-trick. It was a lovely throw, actually. Tomiyasu, good movement from Martinelli. Just chested it off to Saka. Saka's shot was saved by the legs of Ward. It fell kindly to Jesus at the far post. He really should have scored. In the end, he couldn't quite wrap his left foot around it, and it's hit the side netting and gone behind. That should have been his hat-trick. Terry says, yeah, it was close, very, very close, but not quite close enough for that hat-trick, which would, just to say, round off this game nicely. But in fact, it's Leicester now coming forward themselves. Dewsbury Hall over on that far side. He's got it back again. Dewsbury Hall plays the ball in over to that far side. A cross comes in towards the far post. Oh, it was a dangerous ball, actually. Dennis Pratt was coming in, but it was just too high for him. It has gone behind for a goal kick. Leicester are still threatening another goal, aren't they? This game isn't quite done yet, is it? You do feel it's not quite done. It would have been if Jesus had finished that one off there and got his hat-trick, but he couldn't quite get the finish. And this game is still slightly in the balance, but time is running out for Leicester. We've got 9 minutes to play. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. Are we going to see this out now and get the 3 points again this weekend as we did last week? Let's hope so. But we've still got a little bit of work to do. It's certainly not quite done yet, is it? Dewsbury Hall again for Leicester over on that far side in the sunshine at the Emirates. Plays the ball up the line, looking for the run of Patson Dakar. Saliba's across well, and he wins a throw for Arsenal off Dakar, the Zambian international. That's a nice throw in there to Thomas Partey from Tomiyasu. Now it's with Gabriel. It's with Xhaka, who's fouled there by James Maddison, who didn't agree with that decision at all. And he's perhaps lucky not to get a booking there for his reaction to that foul there. Anyway, Thomas Partey is going to take this free kick for Arsenal. Just plays a short ball to Kieran Tierney on this near side. Plays it up the line to Martinelli to score the 4th goal. That's a good ball in to Jesus. Plays the ball out to the far side to Saka. Is this going to be Jesus' moment? Saka now over on that far side finds Martin Odegaard. He could get it back, Saka. He does get it back. Again, it wasn't perhaps a great ball from Odegaard. Anyway, Odegaard's in possession again over on that far side. Plays it back to Tomiyasu. Almost stumbles over the ball, but does find Saka. Now he finds Odegaard. Plays the ball in to Jesus. Lovely little layoff, but not quite good enough unless they do win it back. This is Dakar over on that far side against Saliba. Dakar does well, actually, but Saliba wins the ball off him. Brilliant, brilliant play from the young defender who's having a great start to his Arsenal career, isn't he? Well, I say it starts to his Arsenal career. He's been at the club for 3 years, but this is only his 2nd game following his man of the match performance last week. But Arsenal are in possession again with Granit Xhaka, who's then fouled, is he, by Dennis Pratt. Indeed he is. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 7 minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. We are closing in on another big 3 points for Arsenal. 6 out of 6 it will be if we can see this game out. And Arsenal make another substitution. It is going to be Smith Rowe making his first appearance. It's Saka that's going off, actually. Not had his biggest influence in the game, Saka, today. He did nearly score a moment ago. The referee, Darren England, is telling him to get off the pitch a little bit quicker. He was in no rush. And Jesus is going off as well. What a game he's had. 2 goals, 2 assists on his Premier League debut at the Emirates. Brilliant game from Gabriel Jesus. No doubt he'll be getting man of the match. And it's going to be Nketiah coming on. So the 2 subs for Arsenal, Smith Rowe and Nketiah coming on for Jesus and Saka as we move into the last 6 minutes of normal time. Arsenal 4, Leicester 0. Terry says ESR on for Saka. Had a quiet game. So he did have a quiet game. So I don't think it's really his fault. He never really got the ball much, did he? He wasn't he wasn't brought into the game. And sometimes when you're playing a wide position, you have to rely on being brought into the game, don't you? I thought he worked hard. He did his defensive work when he had to, but yeah, he didn't really have any influence going forward, did he? So not his greatest game, but anyway, that was a long ball there from Tierney looking for Granit Xhaka. Again, he's in advanced position, and again, Danny Ward is uncertain at the back in goal for Leicester, and he's put that behind for a corner to Arsenal. Can we get the 5th goal now? That will finally seal it, won't it? We keep thinking the game's been sealed, and then what happens is Leicester then score, don't they? But anyway, we have now got a corner on this near side again. I think it's going to be Martinelli to take it. We've been dangerous from set pieces, it has to be said, and we did score one of our goals from a corner in the first half. Are we going to get another one now? Jesus has gone off, of course. He can't get his hat-trick today. But that corner comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's not really cleared away. Eddie Nketiah. Oh, he's put it just wide on the turn. In fact, it's deflected. In fact, it was Thomas Partey with a shot there. He did score in this game last season, looking for only his 3rd goal for Arsenal. It would have been in the 2nd one against Leicester, but looked like it was deflected wide. It's going to be another corner for Arsenal, which Martinelli again is going to take on this near side. Drills it in towards the near post again. And again, it was a header from Thomas Partey almost, but it was cleared away by Leicester. But Smith Rowe won the ball back there for Arsenal. And now it's with William Saliba. Finds Tomiyasu. And Gabriel over on that far side can now jog back into position following that corner. Arsenal again, they're coming forward down this near side. Granit Xhaka, who has had a good game. That wasn't a great cross into the box, though, and Leicester can clear it away. Ball played up this near side, though, for Leicester, which Iheanacho is going to keep in. He's got Gabriel ahead of him. He gets inside the penalty. It's pulled back. Oh, and it wasn't a very good shot there at all from... Was it a shot from Maddison? I'm not sure. It's slightly behind him. And I don't know if he tried to flick it or what he was trying to do there, but it went behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. And it was in fact, the ball bobbled around. It was Thomas Partey's shot on the turn. In fact, hit the outside of the post. Thomas Partey's shot just before that from the earlier corner. Shot on the turn. It's hit the outside of the post. He's not as much luck in front of goal as he, Thomas Partey, to be fair. But anyway, he did come quite close there to getting what would only be his 3rd Arsenal goal. And one of the previous 2, did I say, came against Leicester last season. But that goal kick there has gone straight out by Aaron Ramsey. It's a throw to Leicester on this near side. We're into the last 3 minutes. Time is definitely against Leicester now. If they're going to get something from this game, they're going to have to score very, very soon. But they've given the ball away there. Kieran Tierney lost one forward looking for Eddie Nketiah. But it's a Leicester head that gets there. And Dewsbury Hall now does really well, actually, in midfield. He's had a good game, Dewsbury Hall, for Leicester, it has to be said. But Arsenal tidied that up well. Thomas Partey now fires Granit Xhaka, switches the play over to that far side to Emile Smith Rowe. Actually, no, that's Martin Odegaard, sorry. And he plays the ball to Kieran Tierney on this near side. Can Arsenal get a 5th goal now in the final few moments here? Eddie Nketiah on this near side finds Kieran Tierney again. Gets it back, Eddie Nketiah. Arsenal just looking to keep possession, maybe, perhaps see this game out. But that's not a great ball, actually, from Thomas Partey. And Leicester can get a breakaway, can they? No, they can't. It was a foul on Gabriel. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 2 minutes now. Terry says another missed chance. That's got to be 5 or 6 today. Could have been double figures. Yeah, we've had a lot of chances. We've hit the post a couple of times, haven't we? And we've scored 4 goals. That's looking good, isn't it? 6 goals in our first 2 games that we've scored. You know, last season it was goals that were the problem. So it just goes to show that maybe that those issues are going to be solved this season. Certainly, Jesus is making a big difference. Anyway, Granit Xhaka's free kicks with the 6-yard box. Oh, and at the far post, Gabriel couldn't quite get a touch on that, and it has gone behind for a goal kick. We're into the last 90 seconds of normal time. There'll be a bit of stoppage time, 4 or 5 minutes. There's been a series of substitutions in the second half, and of course the water break as well. But Arsenal coming forward again. Nketiah gets the wrong side of Fofana. Nketiah, can he get a shot? Oh, that's a good save, actually, by Danny Ward. He's had a strange game, the Leicester goalkeeper. Has made a couple of mistakes and made a couple of good saves as well. And Tomiyasu just committed a foul over on that far side. He's going to get himself a yellow card. He's only been on the pitch for about 10 minutes. His first 10 minutes of the season. And he was just beaten there by Dewsbury Hall. Just pulled him back. Very similar to the early yellow card for Fofana, actually. You can't have too many complaints about that. Tomiyasu gets himself a yellow card already. Just needs to maybe feel his way back, doesn't he? He's been out for a while. It's always difficult, isn't it, coming back in? It takes sometimes 2 or 3 games, doesn't it, to really get your sharpness back. But that was a good save there from Danny Ward, actually, from Eddie Nketiah just before that, to deny Arsenal a 5th goal. But Dewsbury Hall now on that far side plays the ball back again to James Justin, and he pings it square. Leicester now to Ndidi, that was. He pings it over to that far side. That's not a great ball. Tomiyasu's got plenty of time. We are now into 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. So if Leicester were to score now, it'd make it a bit nervy, wouldn't it? But that's a good ball back there by Martinelli. No, it's not. The referee's given a free kick, actually, for that. A bit surprised. But anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. They need to score now, don't they, if they are going to find a way back into this game, because time is against them. There's 4.5 minutes of stoppage time remaining here at the Emirates. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. It's been a very, very entertaining game of football, this. And looks like it's going to end in a good victory for Arsenal as well, which is what is the main thing. A free kick over the top there, headed out well by Kieran Tierney. Now, Martin Ødegaard, is he fouled? Referee says no, but Arsenal in possession anyway. Ødegaard now finds Kieran Tierney, plays a ball up the line, a long ball, looking for the run of Eddie Nketiah. He's got away from his man, Eddie Nketiah, but in fact, it's a free kick. It was James Maddison, and it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. I think Maddison played for that, actually. Look on his face after that was given. I think he knows he got beaten there by Eddie Nketiah. And in fact, he tried to foul Eddie Nketiah, I think, and it's just gone down. But anyway, it is a free kick to Leicester. We are now into the final 3.5 minutes of this game. Arsenal very, very close to making it 6 points out of 6 at the start of the season, which would be a magnificent start, wouldn't it? With, as we've mentioned before, some fairly winnable looking games coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. We said we could be top of the league by the end of August. We certainly could be, the way things are going at the moment. I don't think we're going to quite be top tonight. But anyway, Leicester are coming forward again with Dewsbury Hall around about the halfway line, plays it back to James Justin. I mean, Leicester have played well at times, and they've had 1 or 2 big moments, actually. Scored 2 goals, could have had a penalty. In fact, they were given a penalty, which was overturned. And they've missed 1 or 2 other chances as well. So, but we've missed plenty of our own. And I don't think there's any doubt in we've been the better team overall and definitely deserve to win this game, which we are now very, very close to doing. In fact, we are now 2.5 minutes away from full time here at the Emirates. It's been an exciting game in the sunshine here, in the heat at the Emirates. Are we going to have 1 more goal to cheer from Arsenal before the end of this game? Kieran Tierney now on this near side plays the ball forward. No, he doesn't. In fact, he goes back to Thomas Partey, now to Gabriel, and it's back with Aaron Ramsdale. He'll be disappointed to have conceded that second goal at the near post, won't he? And the first Leicester goal, of course, was an own goal from William Saliba, which he won't really want seen again, will he? But anyway, straight away, both times Leicester scored, Arsenal came straight back up the other end and got another goal. So, but Arsenal are looking dangerous again over on that far side. Martin Ødegaard, he's got Martinelli ahead of him. Instead, he cuts back inside. Kieran Tierney's got a little bit of space. He could maybe try a shot. Kieran Tierney said, thinks it in towards Eddie Nketiah. Oh, another good save from Danny Ward. In fact, he may have been offside, was he? Granit Xhaka there with a follow-up, but it was a good header actually from Nketiah and a good save. I think he may well have been offside. We'll see a little bit more in this replay. Yes, he was offside, Eddie Nketiah. Decent save from Danny Ward. It was not a bad header actually, but a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. He just pushed it out. And we are now coming up to the last minute of stoppage time. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. Surely that's game over now. We've got the 6 points on the board, which is the start we wanted, the start we hoped for. And I say with a couple more winnable games to come as well in August. Things are looking pretty rosy at the moment for Arsenal. Thomas Partey now in midfield does well. Dinks a long ball over the top up this near side, looking for Nketiah again, but Castagna's there this time. Plays a ball in to Pratt, who then goes back to Johnny Evans. Leicester coming forward. They're going to end this game with an attack, are they? It's Patson Dakar on this near side. Tried to thread the ball through to Iheanacho. Kieran Tierney was in the way, but Dakar's done well again, actually, on this near side, but he doesn't manage to get past Smith Rowe. But he did win the ball back, actually. He's now got it back again, the Zambian. Now it's with Dennis Pratt. We are now into the last 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this game. Leicester are in possession, but they're not going to get anything. It's going to be another fruitless trip for them to the Emirates, and Ramsdale's there to grab that ball, and surely that will be that. Kieran Tierney's gone down with a slight head injury there. Looked like he had a clash of heads with Patson Dakar, and we're going to have the trainers on as we get there. We've played the 95 minutes now. Surely it's just going to be a matter of, once this injury is over, Ramsdale kicks the ball up the pitch. Surely that will be that, and Arsenal will be, well, we'll certainly be joint top of the table tonight, won't we? And the fans have enjoyed this game, and they're getting behind the team. And 6 points out of 6. Wow, what a great start to the season it's been. Let's hope we can keep this going for a lot longer yet. I'll say this. The next couple of games, we've got to be confident of winning, haven't we? Bournemouth, it is, of course, in the late game next Saturday. That's surely another opportunity. Bournemouth away to get 6 points, another 3 points, make it 9 out of 9. I mean, when was the last time we started a season like this, winning our first couple of games? It's been a long time, hasn't it? We are now just about to restart the game. It almost seems pointless, because surely as soon as Aaron Ramsdale kicks this ball, the referee is going to blow the full-time whistle, you'd imagine. We've played 96 minutes now, and Ramsdale's got the ball in his hands. You'd imagine as soon as he kicks this, that is going to be it. He does go long, Aaron Ramsdale. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's another win for Arsenal. 2 out of 2, 6 points on the board already. It's finished here at the Emirates today. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. A very, very entertaining game of football, it has to be said. Terry says there apparently 19 shots and 7 on target today. One good thing, not having to rely on Saka so much. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, Saka didn't have he didn't have much influence in the game today, did he? Obviously, Jesus is going to get most of the headlines. It was Jesus who opened the scoring, actually, but there's a very early chance for Wesley Fofana. It was good save from Ramsdale early in this game. Could have given Leicester a lead. It would have been a totally different game had that gone in. Instead, we got the first goal midway through that first half. A lovely chip from Gabriel Jesus, his first Premier League goal for Arsenal. He then got a second 11 minutes later. It was a corner from the far side. Gabriel Martinelli took it. It was flicked on at the near post, actually by Jamie Vardy. And Gabriel Jesus had a simple header into an empty net to make it 2-0. That's how it was at half-time. Leicester thought they had a penalty just before half-time when Jamie Vardy went down under a challenge from Aaron Ramsdale. It was given initially by the referee. He then changed his mind after a VAR check, and also got away with that one. But Leicester did pull a goal back early in the second half. It was an own goal, actually, by William Saliba. Headed it past Ramsdale, trying to stop the ball getting through to Jamie Vardy. But straight away, Arsenal got a third goal. It was a mistake by Danny Ward in the Leicester goal. He dropped a cross from Ben White, and Gabriel Jesus managed to tee up Granit Xhaka to make it 3-1. Leicester didn't give up. They did pull a second goal back. It was James Maddison with a shot from this near side, the right-hand side for Leicester, drilled in at the near post through Aaron Ramsdale's legs. He'll be disappointed maybe with that goal. But again, straight after conceding, we went up the other end and got a fourth goal. A great goal it was from Martinelli. Jesus again with the assist. Pulled the ball towards the edge of the box, and Martinelli took a good first touch and then drilled it in to the far corner to make it 4-2. And that basically sealed the victory. There was one or two shaky moments for Arsenal at times at the back. Letting in 2 goals is a little bit disappointing, but overall, we had plenty of chances at the other end. Could have scored a few more goals. We're a better team throughout much of that game. And another big 3 points on the board. We've got a comment there from T, who says Gabriel Jesus show. It was, 2 goals and 2 assists for him. Brilliant home debut for him. Terry says they reckon possession was 50-50. I don't know what the possession was, actually. But obviously Arsenal had a lot more chances and fully deserved that victory. There's no doubt about that. And, brilliant stuff. We move on to Bournemouth next week. But yeah, another great weekend for Arsenal, another great victory, and yeah, things are looking good. What we'll do, actually, the stats are coming up now. We can actually, I'll tell you what the possession is. And the possession was 50-50 actually. Arsenal had 19 shots to 6 for Leicester, 7 on target for Arsenal, 2 for Leicester, 460 passes for Arsenal, 464 for Leicester, more passes for them. Successful was 386, 378 for Leicester, so we got more successful. 6 corners to 2 to Arsenal. So, yeah, I mean, it was even possession, but we definitely had the better chances, the bigger chances, more chances, and we definitely fully deserve to win that game. There's no doubt about that. We'll just run through the other scores for you as well, so that we can complete the Saturday afternoon. So the early game, it was Aston Villa 2, Everton 1. It was Ings and Buendia for Aston Villa, and an own goal from Digne made it 2-1. I'll say Arsenal 4, Leicester 2, of course, as we know. Brighton 0, Newcastle 0. That's finished at the Emirates. Manchester City 4, Bournemouth 0. Gundogan, De Bruyne, Foden, and a Lerma own goal completed the scoring there. An exciting game on the south coast. Southampton 2, Leeds 2. Rodrigo with 2 goals for Leeds, put them 2-0 up. But it was Aribo and Walker Peters, with 2 late goals for Southampton to get a draw there. And Wolves 0, Fulham 0 at Molineux as well. So Fulham still unbeaten, and Wolves looking for their first win of the season. So there are your results today in today's games. There is, of course, Brentford against Manchester United. Ronaldo is starting for Manchester United in that game, kicking off at 5:30. So brilliant start from Arsenal. What we'll do actually, well, let's have a look at the league table, shall we? Because it's always nice. So you've got Manchester City play 2-1-2, goal difference +6. Arsenal second, play 2-1-2, goal difference +4. Newcastle third, play 2-1-1, drew 1. Their goal difference is 2. Leeds are fourth actually, 1-1 and drew 1. They got a goal difference of +1. Brighton as well, 1-1 and drawn 1. They've got 4 points. Then it's Tottenham in 6th place, obviously only played 1. Chelsea as well only played 1. They meet tomorrow, of course. That's going to be a big game. Aston Villa 8th, played 2 with 3 points. Bournemouth played 2, 3 points. Fulham played 2 points. No defeats for Fulham, but 2 draws for them. Brentford, of course, about to start. Liverpool at 12th, played 1, drawn 1. Wolves played 2, 1-1 and drawn 1. They are in 13th. Then Leicester, the same, 1-1, drew 1 and lost 1. Southampton, the same. They are in 15th. Man United 16th, 1-1, played 1 and lost 1. Everton, the only team so far to have played 2 and lost 2. But there's more games, of course, to come later on this weekend. So that is your Premier League scores from today. So, but the most important thing is, of course, Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. That's what we're worried about. Phil says they definitely look a much stronger threat up front. Yeah, we do. That's been the biggest difference, hasn't it? I mean, in terms of the overall way that we played, it's quite similar, isn't it? We're not doing much differently. What we have got now is an outlet up front who can score us goals. You know, you've got to think we've scored 6 goals. And we've had 2 from Gabriel Jesus, 2 from Martinelli. Saka hasn't even scored yet. I'm sure he's going to get goals as well. So yeah, that is the main positive, and that's the main difference, I think. How we've so far this season with what we've seen over the last couple of years, it is that goal scorer up front, isn't it? That's making a difference. Terry says, "Imagine what this team could do with a decent manager." Well, this is a thing, isn't it? Now, I know you've been critical of Arteta. I have as well over the last 2.5 years because the results on the pitch haven't been good enough. We all know that. But ultimately, I said it a week or so ago before the season started. This is a new season. It's a clean slate for everybody. So far, 2 wins out of 2. We can't have done any more. We've got 6 points. We can't have any more than 6 points. We've done everything that we could possibly do so far. And, at the end of the day, Arteta as a manager, and this is where we are. So I'm prepared to, this is a new season. I'm prepared to judge it now from this season as well. What's gone before, yes, I personally feel, and I know you do, Terry, that he should have maybe been sacked 1.5 years ago. When we were really struggling. When we got knocked out of the semi-final of the Europa League, when we finished 8th that same season, he should have gone then. I think we all know that, but he didn't. He's still here. We've had a good transfer window, and suddenly we're looking at a much better team. And that's all we can hope for, isn't it? We just want to see Arsenal do better than we've done. And whether that's with Arteta as manager or whether it's someone else. I'm not bothered particularly. I just want to see the team improving and challenging. Obviously, for the top four is the main thing we've got to do this season. Who knows? If we can still make one or two signings in this window, we've had a great start to the season. It's going to be, Liverpool don't look quite as good as they were. Who knows? There could be, can we get closer to Man City? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Phil says it's good to be a Gooner so far this season. Looking very good. Yeah, exactly. It is. It is good. And I've got to be honest. I've not really enjoyed the last couple of seasons. Really, it's been very poor football, boring, sideways, not really getting anywhere. The results haven't been great, but things are looking a lot more positive. I enjoyed the Crystal Palace game last week. I thought we played well. It was a good game to watch. Today was a really exciting game, wasn't it? 6 goals, penalty drama, VAR, all kinds of stuff. So it's been much better to watch. I've enjoyed it. And the fact we've won 2 games out of 2 makes it even better, doesn't it? And long may that continue, because ultimately we want to enjoy watching the team, don't we? And if we happen to enjoy watching a team that's winning, what more do you want? That's the dream, isn't it? We had it years ago, didn't we, under Wenger, under George Graham? It'd be nice, wouldn't it, to experience that again? An exciting team to watch that's getting positive results, challenging for trophies, and who knows, winning something, winning the Europa League would be nice, wouldn't it? But ultimately, the goal's got to be this season is to be in the Champions League, isn't it? Whether that's top 4, whether it's Europa League, whether it's both. And the way things have started the season, that's been a massive positive. And looking at the next couple of fixtures that we've got as well, you'd have to say we've got a great chance of getting a lot more points on the board, haven't we, in the next few weeks. Let's hope we do make the most of these games while we can, because we've got some tougher games coming up, as we know. And hopefully that confidence and the momentum that we can build up now, when we play them tougher games later on, we'll be in a good place. In previous seasons, maybe we've had the tough games early on, and we haven't had a chance to build up the momentum. And that's maybe cost us the chance to win those or get results in those games. This season, it could be different. If we're flying by the time we play the likes of Liverpool and Man City and Chelsea and Tottenham, and all these teams are in and around us that we need to get results against, this season might make the difference, mightn't it? We'll have to wait and see. Terry says, have a great rest of your weekend. And yourself, Terry. It's always nice that when Arsenal have won, we can sit back and relax now and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the sunshine, because I think it's going to rain on Monday. So if you can get out and about over the next day or so, make sure that you do. Take in this nice weather where you can, because summer will be over very, very soon, as soon as it started usually. We've had a good week of weather. It's been a good week for Arsenal. 2 big wins. We find ourselves joint top of the table with Man City. Let's see if we can keep with Man. Let's see how long we can keep with Man City for, shall we? Who knows? Let's chase them all the way to May. Let them worry about us. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And it'd be ironic in a way, wouldn't it, if Gabriel Jesus scored the goal that won us the title ahead of Man City, wouldn't it? When no doubt Pep allowed him to come to Arsenal because he'd bought Haaland. He didn't score today, Haaland, actually. They got 4 goals, Man City. He didn't get any of them. So Gabriel Jesus has scored as many goals as Haaland. Now, last week, everybody said, oh, Haaland scored 2 goals. Gabriel Jesus has scored none. Well, now they've got the same number of goals, haven't they? And he's got more assists, Jesus. So there you go. But yeah, it's been a good day at the Emirates today for Arsenal in the sunshine. It has finished Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus in the first half. Leicester pulled one back, their own goal from Saliba. Granit Xhaka made it 3-1. Maddison pulled another goal back for Leicester, made it 3-2. But Gabriel Martinelli scored the 4th goal to seal the victory, a 2nd victory in a row for Arsenal. Great start it's been. Terry said, I want to see what Arteta does when we play Man City or Liverpool. We go behind. No, exactly, yeah. This is when you see what a manager's made of. But ultimately, let's win the games that we should be winning. Crystal Palace was a tough game. We've won that. We beat Leicester at home, which is standard anyway, usually. We've got Bournemouth away next week. Let's go and win that game and let's keep going. And then when we do play Liverpool, when we do play Manchester City, when we do go behind in the game, hopefully we'll have more confidence, we'll have a bit of momentum with us, and we can do better. And that's all we can hope for, isn't it? I'm not expecting miracles this season. I'm not expecting us to win the league or even challenge for the title, if I'm honest. But what we've got to do this season is finish top 4. That's what we've got to do. There's no excuses anymore. I'll still like 1 or 2 new players to come in. But let's see what happens. It's been a great start. We've got to be positive about that. And we can enjoy, as Terry said, enjoy the rest of the weekend, enjoy the rest of the sunshine. And hopefully we can go again next week. don't forget on the channel then, another busy week coming up. On Monday, it's the Arsenal review. I'll be joined by Melvin and hopefully one or two other guests as well to look back on this game against Leicester, look ahead to Bournemouth, maybe talk about the last recent 3 episodes of All or Nothing as well. Tuesday, the review extra time with Steve and Sean. That's a great show. So please check out that as well. Both of those shows are going to be at 8 o'clock. On Wednesday, I've got a ex-Arsenal player on the show I'm going to be chatting to about their career. That's going to be 7:30 on Wednesday. Please join us for that. Thursday, it's the Arsenal Social with Adam, another great show. That's going to be 8 o'clock on Thursday, so join us for that as well. And then, of course, next Saturday, it's 5:30 kickoff, isn't it, for the Watchalong, Bournemouth against Arsenal. So all that's coming up this week on the channel. Loads and loads of great stuff. So please subscribe if you haven't done that. Please give it a like as well if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. And we will see you on Monday for the Arsenal review at 8 o'clock. We'll look back on a great victory. I say it's finished today here at the Emirates. It's finished Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. Wow, what a game it was. Brilliant stuff from Arsenal. Jesus, the star of the show. Jesus, the saviour. Who knows? He may well be. But that was a brilliant game today. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. See you on Monday, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you very, very soon. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of the sunshine. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're not quite top of the league. We're not far off, though, are we? It's been a great start, hasn't it, for Arsenal? Catch you later, guys. As always, come on, you Gunners. Brilliant performance today. Brilliant victory. We move on. 6 out of 6. Fantastic stuff. See you Monday, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy your weekend.